to hear it. Okay, well, let's going with today's map. Mr. Panda, the author of the previous Wales map, is back with another. Didn't have a name, so we're just calling it Shipwrecked. At least that's what I think I called it. Here we go. So the story goes as thus. Caesar was understandably mad for us messing up in Wales and failing to civilize it properly. So we got thrown onto the boat and forced to row and row some more. Sadly, rowing wasn't really our thing, and we ended up shipwrecked in some godforsaken land. We don't even know where, but according to some maps here, it might be in this weird Iberian peninsula. Who knows? So we're stranded here. We don't have a lot of money, and we certainly don't have any benevolence of Rome on our side. And people don't even want to trade with us that much because we're not established. So we need to repair ourselves in the eyes of Caesar by building up a fairly magnificent colony in this wasteland. And what a wasteland it is. The arable land is all very much spread out along these oases, and they are infested with natives, Iberian natives. Whole bunch of them down here, and whilst it might not look like it, the native meeting hut is here. Native meeting hut is good. It means we can trade with them when we civilize the... we can't civilize them. No access to academies, nor to missionary posts, so we are forever going to have the threat that is the natives having their influence across the land. We will never be able to build on this land because the natives, which are infinitely spawning, will come and tear our everything down. So, did I mention the no money part? We only have 3,000 denarii, and it'll be on hard mode until we have 300 population, in which case it goes up to very hard mode. I think I've explained that glitch enough. It's not a beneficial glitch, trust me. So yeah, that's very not a lot of money, but we've made do with less, okay? I just need to set up a little trading bit, get the money flowing, and then the money will snowball. Or so my normal plans would be. Let's take a look at our trading opportunities. There are 3 places that want to trade with us: Carthago, Carthago Nova, and Tingis. Oh, crumbs, I can't even see the trading stuff. Hold that thought. Hopefully nothing completely destroys itself here. I had it on my screen, but it got covered by other stuff, and because Caesar 3 is only a full screen program, that things don't go so well for me. Right. Touch wood, this works out and doesn't break everything. Amazing, it didn't break everything. Everyone still there? We all still good? Okay. So Carthago Nova is the only place that we can trade by land, and I think the link to the actual trade goods are there, so if you're a C3 veteran, then this could be useful to you. Carthago Nova will buy from us vegetables, fruits, olives, and timber, whilst selling clay and marble. Alright, sounds good so far. I mean, they're hardly big buck trade goods, but that's a lot of different things that I can sell, and a lot of little bits of money add up. Or so you would think. You start looking around the map and going, well, where do the people come from? The road to Rome is right here in the corner, and that's already a bit of a ball ache, and it's got all this crap in the way of it, so there's no good building opportunity next to it. And the way to leave is through here, and that's not even a clean route up there. You gotta travel through all these stairways in the hills here to get out, meaning any trader will have to enter at one extreme corner of the map and leave at the opposite. So I decided to poke around at the map and time that a bit. It takes about 4 months for the traders to get through my map from one end to the other without any deviations for trading, meaning I'm only going to be able to trade with them about 3 times a year at low tier trade goods. So this is garbage for making money. I'd be surprised if I could break even on the trade there alone. So we're going to have to look at the other places. Oh, remember, it costs 1,000 of my 3,000 denarii to open up with Carthago. Carthago Nova, rather. Tingis buy meat, wine, and oil, and weapons. Okay, great. Wine, oil, weapons are all very good, but I don't have access to iron, which is getting rid of the weapons. And the map maker decided that, to simulate these people's unwillingness to trade with me, oh, that might be bugged out or not. Okay, well, I'm not meant to be able to make money off of these, so we gotta wait for the price of them to go up. So that's a bit rubbish for us. That's a bit very rubbish. And then there is Carthago themselves. They buy meat and furniture and pottery. We don't have local access to clay, but the furniture might be a winner, as may the wheat. Of course, not wheat, meat. But how are we going to trade with Carthago and Tingis since they are overseas? Well, this is where the boats come in. Very small, but serviceable. So we just need to find a good place to put the dock. To put the dock. Yeah. Yeah, there's not really a place to put a dock, except for here. So that's not impossible. We can just barely get a bridge over there and get some items there for selling. But remember, the natives are particularly unhappy with me building around here. So that's a bit rough. Ruin saying, how the hell do you take 4 months to walk through a city? These guys will find a way. So I don't have a lot of money and I don't have a lot of opportunities to make some more, but I am convinced the only way I'm going to make any sizable amount of money is through selling furniture through this this dock bit here. That is, according to the numbers I've been given, 14 units of furniture per year. Well, I mean, 1 bit of furniture being sold is equivalent to like 5 bits of these other smaller goods being sold, so it's already going to make me a lot more money. Unfortunately, opening up a trade route with Carthago is abusively expensive, but we're just going to have to choke on that cost anyway, so let's open up that trade route and just start worrying. I'm already worrying now. Our denarii is down to 1,200 straight away. It's going to take forever for people to get over here anyway. Alright, going to take advantage of a few things. One is that people are locked in their happiness below 300 population, so I'm not going to pay them, and I'm going to tax their socks off. Maybe I'll wait to do that once the forum arrives. Don't want to risk anything too badly. There is one thing I noticed when poking around on this map, and that's that although we have a citizen salary of only 0 denarii per month, meaning that if we pay ourselves we're going to actively anger the Senate, we do have our own personal savings. I guess we just looted our own coffers when we fled from Wales. Meaning I can give this money to the city, but what I think is going to be a lot more useful, given how hard it is to get this stuff, is to immediately... Oh god, that's expensive, isn't it? 350 denarii to send a nice thing to Caesar. That seems pretty rough. That seems pretty very rough. Right, what I will probably do is give 300 to the city. Yes, 300, not 200. That'll give me a bit more money to play with, and we will send the remaining 200 to Caesar to keep him a bit satisfied, because I have a feeling he's going to be particularly unhappy with me, because this money is not going to last. If you like seeing Caesar tip over his wine, then we're going to be seeing a lot of it, I think. So let's get going. I desperately need to set this thing up, and I have to play around with this. And these guys have a range of 3, meaning they're going to come down into this anyway, aren't they? Yep, oh, that's funny. You delete this stuff and you just reveal their anger. Okay, I'm going to have to chance it with a low bridge. There's no way I can afford a high bridge here. And I know I'm going to need a dock here. I won't build it just yet because it's going to take a while for people to arrive and there will probably be fire. Alright, that'll do it, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, yeah. That should be good for us there. Now, how do I formulate this? Can't you just peacefully convince the natives to move? Factorio style, says Asselcore. Unfortunately, these little native huts are made of the strongest material known to mankind. There's no way to destroy them. And trust me, I've tried. Right, we need to get away from this, but I'm going to need to be able to do a bit of... raw materials, timbers needed, but I could have it arc around here, get the timber done here, brought over here. Yeah, it probably makes more sense to do my timber yarding over there. It's a shame that it costs me a lot in terms of roads, but I need these guys to be able to trade pretty lickety split. Right, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 1, 2, 3, yeah, okay. And then what's that? 1, 2, give it another one, just in case. And oh, this is so expensive. Can't we just make do with you alone? 1, 2. I really need to tighten up on the money situation, so let's not antagonize that any more than we have to. So how it's going to work is I'm going to have some timber yards working here. 1, 2 should suffice, as long as the road reaches them there. And I'll have people living... Oof. Can you live there? Yeah, I need them as close to this as possible. So I would... 1, 2, 3... Well, yeah, I can't believe that fits there, but it does. 140... They're complaining that they can't trade with me, but too bad. 140 and another 60 is 200, so that's 100 population. That's 200 population. I can't really afford much more, but I'm gonna have to. There we go, that'll be our population for now. I'm just gonna have to go into debt. There's no two ways around it. Caesar's gonna be furious, but what can you do? We need to get the most important things set up immediately, and I can't build them here because the natives would tear them down, but it includes a doctor, probably another house there just in case. We're going to need an engineer. One engineer from here will probably walk the whole way because they have a very long range. However, I don't trust that. I would rather build my engineer more like here. Sure, he's bound to take both ways. And I'm going to need a prefecture on both sides, most likely, because all this stuff is going to burn down pretty swiftly. However, we'll wait for people to arrive now. Jake, will you be streaming the only other Roman game worth playing when it comes out in a couple of weeks? That is very much the plan.
I've heard there are jobs here. Ah, I want to be a lion tamer. Greetings, I'm new to this place. Do you know anywhere to live?
It's all the way over here. I may be in exile from Wales, but I know how to build a nice city. By the way, you're going to live in tents, not be paid, be taxed for everything you have, and be forced to chop up lumber forevermore. And the city's going to be in debt, and it's all your fault. Fortunately, the natives don't mind people walking through. It's not like wolves, where they would eat up everybody on their way. Can you create a turn on the bridge to avoid the natives? Can you create a turn on the bridge to... I'm trying to understand what you're saying here. I guess we could... No, there's no way to get the bridge over to there. Yeah, the bridge could go this way, but I'm not convinced that would work, given the dock needs to be there. There was one other place for the dock, and that was here, or was it there? But I'm pretty sure the boats wouldn't be able to get to it. So, in come our people, and we're about to go pretty heavily into debt, but that's just the way of it. So I want a prefecture here, should offer protection to the dock, and I'm going to want a prefecture here, should offer protection to everything else. Tents love to become inflamed, so fire is a huge danger. As I said, I need an engineer post here. And I will need temples for the gods. Ceres. Actually, I don't need Ceres. Nobody cares about Ceres. I very care about Neptune, though. He would sink boats coming in, and if I make him really happy, he'll give me loads of money. I need to keep Mercury happy because he'll spirit away my goods. I would love a blessing from Mars because I don't trust this map maker whatsoever when it comes to military invasions. Yeah, that should do, I guess. And yeah, I'm going to need one for Venus, or else she'll cast a black cloud of despair over my people. So yeah, screw Ceres, everyone else, okay.
Could you spare some stroopwafels? I haven't eaten in so long.
No crime round here, boss.
So far so good. Even Defeat the Lesser is poking his nose around our amazing city here. People will slowly come in. My money will not so slowly drain away. And I still need to build up a dock and all the goods that I need here. So given that we probably have unemployment by now, no, we're short by 1 employee, but that's good enough. I'm going to build the timber yards. 1, 2. 2 should be all that I need.
You got through those funds quickly. Try to make these new funds last longer.
So he gave me 0 money.
My governors think money grows on trees.
God, you're such an asshole, Caesar. What do you want from me? Alright, this will get going. Not many people. With hardly any tree cutters, output is at a virtual standstill. There's not many trees either. Thankfully, this game... yeah, I suppose thankfully. It doesn't model any kind of tree cutting down or regrowing. If you want that, play Stronghold or Tropico. Tropico does it quite well, actually. I'm pretty happy with it.
No crime round here, boss.
There won't be any crime at such low population levels, but as soon as we have... oh god, the stream of people coming in is so short, but there's naught I can do but tough it out for a bit. Caesar is about to be incredibly angry with me. So favor is already dropped by 5 because I am in debt to him, and I don't think I'm going to be out of debt with him anytime soon. But we gotta do what we gotta do. Probably should have waited on opening up the trade route, since it's just making him madder and madder, but the die is cast. So, okay, wood is now available for us, so we're going to start having some furniture workshops. 1, 2, at least. I'm gonna need a 3 and a 4, and then I'll have the workshop over here as soon as we have the stuff ready for it. Come on, Pops, we need you in here, we need you here now. Now more than ever. How's the risk for fire? Because that's a big problem for us. Okay, seems like the
No crime round here, boss.
the Maximilian prefects are doing a good job keeping crime and fire away.
Salway, the plebeians urgently need more food.
They're gonna have to beg for food from the natives, I'm afraid. I will not be relenting there. Let's get some more furniture workshops popping out. We don't have the money for this, but we're doing it anyway. We're also going to erect a warehouse right here.
Either I get some food right now, or I'm gone.
How nice for you. And we will store only furniture here. Once we have a bit of furniture going, we can start selling it. Right, I am also going to start taxing my plebs for every last penny they have. I don't have the workers with which to do so right now, but we will. And let's tax them for every penny they have. Okay. Also, we're in debt already, might as well double down on it. Let's have our barracks and a fort for some javelineers. Risks of natives are about there, so let's just slam one right there. Why am I doing this? Because I noticed something when I was poking around at this game.
Salway.
Pushing carts all day really takes a toll on you.
No crime round here, boss.
Could you spare some stuff?
Bring out the cash.
I just wanted to bring out your cat. There we go. Big fan of the early invasions we see, which means I have to prioritize. Okay, well, it's already prioritized military. Let's make sure it's number 1. I need a few people there on the double. I need people there on the double. I don't think these guys are going to stand around too long. Who's invading us? It's the Spider and Goatbeard. I'll want at least three units ready to bring them down. How much tax are you squeezing out of people? About a denarii from each of these guys. Might add up, it also might not. But I know that as soon as we have some furniture going, we need our dock set up to get some money going. I never normally play this game dipping into debt like this, because a certain you-know-who is particularly unhappy at me doing that, and I already sent him all of my money after I gave a chunk of it to the oh god, they're on their way already. We need another Javelineer, please. They're not very slow. Okay, 3's gonna have to do. You're gonna have to save the city on your Todd. If they don't, then it's up to the prefects, and I'm not holding my breath for them managing.
Pushing carts all day really takes a toll on ya. How am I supposed to carry on without no food?
Well, that was a great miss you had there, and guys, the city. Oh, I know a god who's going to be unhappy at that. Oh, that was cheeky. The spider here is mowing down our lads, but we took him down. There we go. So yeah, that was just in time. Not too happy that Neptune's place of worship got mowed down there. Right, furniture is pouring in. That means it's dock o'clock. And we will sell every bit of furniture we have. We have no need for it ourselves. And hopefully our army can start piecing itself together. Buildings don't seem to have much health in this game at all. No, not at all. They can just be mowed through by enemy soldiers. It's not that kind of game, really. Bothered me in Stronghold how there was no repairing of your buildings whatsoever. Okay, here comes our first trading opportunity.
I can't wait to do some trading here. I love a good deal. Dockers are collecting some goods we're buying from a warehouse.
So they're going to pick these up. I'm going to make a tiny fraction of money, and we need just to do that again about 10 more times, and we'll be back in Caesar's good books. Unfortunately, they're only going to buy 14 units of furniture each year, so this is, even now, a bit of a long game. But I'm going to have to hold out with this for a little bit of time. On the other plus side, this dosh that's coming in, it's not a lot, but in 1 month we made 2 denarii off of these 2x2s. So thank you very much, Swerbaum, for getting the taxes out of these tents. I don't know what we're actually taking. Pepper asks, what are the win requirements? Great question. Normally we cover this first. But culture's barely needed. Prosperity we need 80 of. That's a lot. That's either Grand Insulae everywhere, which isn't going to happen, or I wonder what kind of... well, medium insulae I think, are what we're limited to. A lot of peace, so I can't have my city mowed down, and I need very good favour. Note that I can't pay myself, so I'm on a bit of a timer there if I want to get my favour good. And 5,000 population, which is actually quite generous given the map. There's a lot of building space. That said, there might be the pepper touch to this map where it rips itself open. I'm not sure, but we'll see if that comes. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't sail this way. Another successful voyage. The profit from this place...
You again!
I'm trying, Caesar. I'm trying to get you your money. But he's not particularly chuffed with me. Regardless, though, we had to dip into debt, but we did get all the necessary things set up. We have a little bit of tax, a little bit of production, and we have an army that's slowly but surely piecing itself together. Note that they are not academy trained. That is because we have no access to the military academy. Our troops will forever be garbo in this map. We can make legions, although we'll have to import the iron or weapons. Can we import weapons? A glance at the map will tell you, yes, you can. Carthago sells us weapons and Tingus buys weapons. Cool. Damn, Caesar has a good throwing arm, says 7-7. Yeah, he's probably going to cope over a few more of those. My favour tanked by 15 because of that. If I hadn't given him a gift, we'd be down at 30, and then he'd probably want to invade me. So we need to be back in the black so we can actually give him what he wants. Fortunately, though, we are back in the black. As long as we don't keep spending too much money. Okay, we're being invaded once again, but that doesn't look particularly threatening to me. And oh, we're comfortably in the black. 400 denarii. Kind of wishing I didn't give all my money to the city now. I could have given it to Caesar instead. So, there we go. Let us oor our way to victory here. Don't know what it is with these guys not wanting to attack our army, but let's give them no choice. Did anyone else hear the revolt sound from EU4? Because I'm quite certain I did there. Making great progress on that 90 favor requirement, huh? What? Was that a double invasion? That's that could have leveled my city right there. Helvete indeed. Yeah, someone definitely submitted the revolt sound as the dying sound on the VA mod. Okay, so I am horrifically exploiting the fact that these people can't get unhappy because population is below 300.
Could you spare some stroopwafels? I haven't eaten in so long.
They are starving, they're being worked to the bone, those that can. Oh, right, I'm actually short of employees. Where are we short them? Industry and commerce, is that so? Well, I'm not about to change that, really. I mean, I could put a strategic well right here, which might pop these guys up to... It doesn't? Okay. Not really worth it for the tiny amount of population. Not worth it indeed. Okay, we have a bit of money. I'm not convinced, given how early these invasions are, I'm not convinced that this is enough of an army to repel them. So we'll have a second one popped up. And this'll defend our home here. Unfortunately, a lot of people, well, the plebeians have had a massive raise by 6 denarii. So when I start paying my people, it's going to eat into my denarii pretty heavily. I need to set up more trade, but that means I need more population, which means I need denarii to actually start building something. So I have a feeling.
You again!
Oh. Ooh. I think that was tribute last year, right? Yeah, the tribute of 451 stuck us into the red. Well, that's not good at all. Fortunately, we buy up all the, we sell all these bits of furniture. Such a waste. Jake could have sold that wine for like 2 denarii, says Dennis. Alright, ooh, bit of a problem here. I can't really distinguish these guys from the other natives, so right, I see them pouring in. Let's... More of them? Okay, so this game loves the early invasions. Makes me wonder what you're meant to do money-wise in this. You just don't have the income to set up anything big. Whilst at the same time you have to, at the same time you have so many big costs coming in. Don't give me 3,000 denarii if it costs 3,000 denarii just to open trade. And back to the fort we go. Alright, at least we have something resembling money now, but I'm going to have to hold out till I have something like 5,000. Then I can comfortably set up a new block. And I'm sure I'll figure out more. I think.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't sail this way. This city never buys anything or sells anything.
Just can't get any respect around here. Okay, I'll have to impress Ceres as well when I bring up a new place. And where's my money going? Oh, more gone to tribute. Tribute really drinks away your money for some unknown reason. I know what it is based on a bunch of things, but yeah, it's like a quarter dosh coming in. I need that to set up something here, I suppose. I would like to be able to feed my people, but I need to trade more as well. What are my trade opportunities anyway? I'm already selling all the furniture that I can. I could sell pottery. Oh, I could sell meat. Right, that wouldn't require too much from me, but I'd still need population with which to do it. How would I even do that, actually? There are a couple of places that I could set up wharves here. There, and maybe there? Roads are fine for building in native areas. But still, it would have a requirement in population. Ugh. Enable trade with the locals? Not possible. Our local BR guy isn't here to be a missionary. Right, well, I'll just have to tank it and plow on through with trading and making dosh and fighting off people until I have a bit more freedom to do otherwise. Mush. Alright, knock him dead. Not too shabby. We're holding out here, but this won't amount to anything if I don't pull my thumb out. Also, you know, Caesar's only getting madder and madder at me. The Emperor is displeased with you, and I can't send him gifts. Still, we have denarii. Oh, okay. Rome has reduced the price of vegetables. Okay, that's not good. Since that was something that I could sell by land. Then again, I'm limited on what I can sell in land anyway. Right. It's going to have a lot of costs associated with it if I start up a new city, but if I just had a little bit more denarii, I'd be pretty satisfied doing exactly that. But I may have already sold all the furniture that I can. There's only 3 more that I can do. I might as well set it up before Caesar comes knocking for his tribute. That war cry is so much better than the endless we made custom voiceovers. Yes, we did, for almost all units. Just about everything, right?
No crime round here, boss.
Okay, I need to set my sights on the second little area and what it's going to be doing. I will probably have to open up trade with Carthago Nova. It costs a goddamn 1,000 denarii to do so, but let's just sink that cost now. Could make good money selling meat if Tingis were involved as well, but I'd also have to establish creation of meat. 35 meat per year for me is not too shabby amount of money. It's about $1,000. I'd have to go fishing for that money though, and again, the natives are pretty peeved at me overall. That is one thing I can do, but I need the population with which to do it anyway. So what I could do is grab this area. It's got all these, it's got all this fertile land for growing food in. Feed my people, tax them. Dangerous, right? But gotta do what we gotta do. Let's just clear this stuff away first, even though I don't want to do that to everything. Could be our only opportunity for getting some good wood production going. But no, there are other places, plenty of other places. What would I do then? I think what I would do is I'd draw like a square around this, have the farms around that, and then do a figure 8 with a granary here going in this direction. Yeah, so far so good. The traders have to come along this way anyway, so they could trade here. This looks quite nice, doesn't it? It's a lot of crap to clear. There's rather a lot of crap to clear, however, good food, good farming. Enemies come in from this way, and we've seen that they like to come in this way as well, so it might be a bit dangerous. So what if this went around here, had the granary point here, and it extended southways? Well, there's also you as well. Okay, so there are good opportunities for building here. Pretty darn good, actually. This one's actually crying out to me to be the best. Did I already clear this one? What a waste of dosh. Okay. Okay, it's coming together in my head here. We haven't really talked much about the farming, however, I'm only accessing, well, only, vegetables, fruit, olives, vines. It's, whatever comes after a hat trick. But there's no access to wheat, which is a big problem. Wheat is twice as good at feeding my people on a desert map than vegetables or fruit. Still, I'll just have to leave myself with the veggies. What would I do? I'd have the center of them and then the outer of them. Right. I'd go into a granary, pop up along here. I think we can do that. I certainly think we can do that. 1, 2, 3. If I do that, can I still farm on the outside here? No. It probably isn't the most efficient way of doing it, come to think of it. However, there's not a lot of efficient ways going around here, is there? If I just do it like that, however, yeah. Let's just go for it, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2. Not sure to take it out a third one or not. This is all for farm placement thoughts. Yeah, I can still build farms here, but I can't build them out here, so it makes sense to cap you right there. Right, and then this is where that granary is going to go. I'll erect you now. God, this is going to be expensive. I don't know how big this is going to be. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, let's go with that. Not a city layout design I typically use, but let's do something atypical. Big, right? Probably bigger than any one man needs. Right, problems arise now, big problems. I have to start paying my people, and they're going to start being pretty miserable if I tax them this much. Which is a shame, because these taxes make me a not insignificant amount of money, but we'll have to bring it down to 0 for a wee bit. Besides, tents don't give tons of tax, but I'm still going to miss the money. So there's no point having you and paying you, it's just working against me this way. And we will bring in the people. I need population to be working for me after all. That was a mistake, that was a big mistake, and now I can't undo it because I just built this. Okay, well, what you gonna do? We'll just have this for now then. And I said vegetables, but we're going to have fruit. Reason being is that fruit farms are actually a desirable thing to be next to, whereas veggie farms are certainly not. This was definitely not the most, well, the best way to build this. Definitely not. But it'll feed some people, and that'll have to do. I'll get more than 10 of them here, so it'll at least feed 1,600 souls. Right, people will move in here. I will suddenly have much better access to labor, and holy Christ, where did my money go? I already opened this trade route, so I know that I can sell fruits, olives, and ooh, right, timber. I tore down all places to establish more timber yards, didn't I? Didn't I just? Well, that was a mistake on my part. Pretty sizable mistake at that. But we will persevere. What I can do is build a couple more timber yards here, as long as they don't infringe on this guy. Huzzah. And yeah, it's a bit out of their way, but I will have them buy timber from here. And there we go. And now I will tell these guys to buy all the timber they can. Hopefully only the rich will be fed. I'm not a fan of constantly doing North Korea style cities. I believe I'm better than that. Let's dispatch the invaders as fast as we can, and worry deeply about that hideous lack of denarii that we're facing. Engineer and doctor. And I will need multiple prefectures because this is not good. Couple there, and certainly a couple here. Hell, I'll put 3 there because I really don't trust these guys. And here are traders.
Oh, I don't know why I bother with this route. They don't buy anything or have anything they want to sell me.
God damn, Lucky, why are you so, Yes, why are you so Ura? Yeah, I remember when I wanted functional farms, but those days are gone. Let's turn off fruit for now, and let's turn on something else. I am paying my people, right? Oops. Gonna have to do that, otherwise they'll leave. They'll be pretty happy because they don't get taxed. And we should erect that temple for Ceres, otherwise we'll have some particularly unhappy people. There'll do. Nowhere really struck out as being better than anywhere else. Doesn't look like anyone died, which is good news. On my side, at least. God knows I don't care about the others. So I just need this to flesh out with people for a bit. And then we should be okay. Maybe.
Pushing carts all day really takes a toll on ya. How am I supposed to carry on without no food?
We're working on the food part, don't you worry. I need a touch of unemployment first, though. Looks like we're struggling on that part. But, oh, well, we had an invasion which stopped immigrants from coming in. Now they're arriving, filling out these places, and population grows above 300, which means, much to my dismay, I have to set the difficulty up to very hard. If it's a very hard below 300 pop, there's a bug that just makes everybody want to leave. And there's nothing you can do about it, no matter what taxes are, or wages are, or anything like that. You just get emigration, and they speak in Welsh, which isn't good. Okay, thank God for this furniture, though. But if we have this, well, these are working a bit slowly because we don't have the population, but it's going to move on in. Oh, my denarii is going down pretty fast, 50 a month. And I'm going to have to pay my tribute. What was the tribute? Yeah, what was the tribute? Ugh, favors going down and down. I actually need Caesar to make some demands so I can fulfill them. Alright, we're not short any employees right now, really, but we haven't enabled our fruit farms yet. We will. Everyone still lives in tents. I cannot think of a good reason to change that just yet. When I feed them, I will want to bring them up to hovels and then start taxing them, and then really take away the amount of tents we have here. Just a couple of 2x2s should suffice, maybe 3 or 4 of them. Otherwise, though, I want to migrate over here to taxed people living in actual homes. But hovels means that I need to bring some water via aqueduct down here, which is going to be yet another expense on this Denari-starved map.
A good day to you. Can I interest you in some top quality goods?
Well, maybe, but I actually want to start selling my lumber here. Okay, we have unemployment, which means we're going to enable our fruit business. And since I can sell fruits as well, I would quite like to... How many fruits can I sell? 15? That's not bad. I will have a warehouse here for fruits and vegetables. And you there, you don't accept vegetables, so I will have a single plucky vegetable farm right there. Start filling it up, and I will sell every bit of vegetable and fruit that I can, even though the prices of them are pretty grim-tastic. Okay, why would I ever sell veggies if I have access to fruit? Fruit it is. Screw veg forever. I know this guy can't make many trips through my city anyway per year, so we'll just focus on the lucrative trade goods. Speaking of temples that can be built, there's no access to Oracle on this map. There is access to hospitals, so I can have medium insulae, but no academy means no large, not insulae, villa. I can have medium villas, but not large villas, which is grim, pretty grim. Is the audio alright? Yes, Nix. Nix Quality in chat is the one to thank for bringing us this.
Greetings, I'm new to this place. Do you know anywhere to live?
Fantastic. Oh wow, the locust blight is still hurting my ability to... Oh, right, fruit just went down in price again. Also, get up there, lads. Okay, that's a sizable problem. Olives, though. Olives still have a value. Oh, I guess I could have olive farm here. And you accept olives. And we will also sell every bit of olive that we get. Okay. As long as the money stays black, we should be okay. Come and get some. Our units fight pretty poorly and throw projectiles fairly slowly because we have no military academy. That said, the early investment seems to be paying off here. I would be remarkably uncomfortable only having one of these legions, so 2 seems to be the magic number.
No crime round here, boss.
And our people are loyal to us, and there we go, we're getting our fruits grown, the gods are all happy, and we have 2,000 denarii packed away in the bank. Pretty good if you ask me. You're not asking me, but if you were, it'd be pretty good. Alright. So soon this will fill up with food and I can start feeding these people, and since I have the money right now, I should be thinking about watering my people as well. Pretty difficult to water everyone appropriately, given, well, lots of things, but I think if I just smack you down here, smack you down there, have you aqueducted up. God, that's expensive. We'll see how far this water reaches. Far, but not far enough. I'll need to put another one over here, and there should actually be a way to do that without incurring native wrath. Kind of, but also kind of not. Probably just have this swing around over here. Right, it matters not though. Once we have food here, I'm going to start watering these people and bringing them up to taxable par. What's going on? Distant battle. Enemies at the... Okay, real enemy armies are approaching now. Since I have the money, I would really like to get more javelins. Because I, again, don't trust this map maker for some reason. I want to be ready for any and all invasion, even if it means that my money is severely limited. Mauro88 underscore says, Caesar 3, nice. Second only to Papers, Please. I have a number of disagreements there, but not least of all, Papers, Please won't be back. Let's get a couple of marketplaces so they can start getting access to all that food. Population is rising, which is good. Unemployment is low, which is good and bad. I like having a lot of unemployment to draw from, but it makes people unhappy when it's above 10%. And unhappy people don't like paying taxes, and I like people paying taxes. Still, I won't get any reasonable taxes out of these people until they're hovels at least anyway. Meat! Meat has become worth more! Finally, it's throwing me a bone. $56 dues per unit of meat is too good to pass up. In that case, let's have more people able to move in here. And let's start being serious about fishing. We'll just trim down the coastline here a bit and see what we can get. This is where the fish are. And I need wharves. Wharves that do not fall within this redness. Wharf, 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 wharf. Wharf? That's a moot point, it would get destroyed anyway. Wharf there, but I scuppered that one early. All these wharves need a shipyard, though. I don't have a particularly good place to smack a shipyard, but I think those two here... there's a problem with getting all these goods over to here. I'd need to relocate you, but that's not a problem per se. Yeah, I could smack you over there. Warehouse here for the fish. It would be getting fish. The money is too good for me to pass up, so this has to be done. Wharf, wharf, wharf. Shipyard. Yeah, that could do it. Expensive though. I want to have about $1,000 before I do this. Meat equals fish. Caesar 3 magic. No, it's just vegetarians getting blown out. Lack of access to labor is a concern. Could stack a little bunch of tents here. It's not impossible. You might think, what the hell's taking Jake so long on this? Just build stuff, but a bit of planning needs to be done here. Because of all this unbuildable area, it's very rare to have this kind of situation but not be able to draw upon... Right, 4, and that's what we're going for. Not being able to draw upon missionaries. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, no matter how we cut it, we're going to have these guys. Okay, that money is becoming a real problem already. How about so? I'm going to cut you off because screw you. And I'm going to want to have something built here. There we go, and we can give these guys some very primitive access to labor. No, going too far here. Oh, but they're going to burn down if I don't build stuff here as well. Curses. And we're coming to the end of the year. Caesar's going to want his tribute. He's going to get really, really, really mad at me. I don't have much of a choice then. manufacture there, and probably one here as well. But all these guys are going to be useless if I don't have a shipyard. Perhaps one of them should be replaced with a shipyard early on. Otherwise I'm just going to have to build a separate one here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Oh dear, goodbye money. I can't build this shipyard. What? What'd I do? I just really don't like those houses, it seems. Oof. Max.
No crime round here, boss.
What's the
No
story?
crime round here, boss.
You're fighting, but you're not making any noise about it.
You know I don't lift. Why are you making me fight this guy? You know I don't lift. Why? No crime round. I'm too weak for fighting. No crime round here. Why are the enemies here? Did you fail at tower defense? I'm too weak for fighting. Forgive me, Sensei. I'll have to go all out just this once.
I actually don't know why that what? Oh, ooh, right. It's because of you. Right, abort, abort. Yikes, that was dangerous. Also, I'm out of money. What in the world else are they so mad about? Okay, that was pretty bad. Oh, this is also bad. Because the prefect went away to fight instead of taking care of fire risks. Fire really spread. Yikes. Okay, that was terrible for a lot of reasons. Hope these guys have doctor access. Good, they do. Money is practically gone, though. This investment, I tried, but I failed. They got so mad, though. So mad. I think it was that one prefect, truthfully, but I still need to find a way to fish here. Oh well. Thankfully, there we go. We just... Oh... Please stop torching my map. Right. Just keeps happening. Alright, what we can do is we can stop having all these tents. Tents are extremely combustible, that's a problem. This is going to be short-term, heavy on costs, but we'll make do. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, something. That'll do. So these inner guys should at least become something worth living in for a wee bit. They'll become large tents, then small shacks, then large shacks, then small hovels, assuming that it's desirable enough in here, which currently it is not. I can change that, at least a little bit, at great expense, so I will, because I do want to have actual hovels here. Hovels at least can get me some tax income, whilst I lick my wounds from that failed attempt at fishing. There we go, hovels. And hovels have loads of room for extra people as well. So yeah, it is tax o'clock for you. And yes, we will now have to set a tax rate for them, 8%. I can charge more than that. I'll make it 14% for now. And I'm going to start tearing down these places when we have too much unemployment. Which we will when these places start fleshing out. Okay, the price of oil. Finally, oil is something worth selling. So, I really need to get on that if I want to make any money. Tingus buy oil. This is good. Tingus cost 3,000 denarii to open trade route with. This is bad. That's actually very bad, but we'll suss it out. What that means is I will be likely getting oil here, sticking in a warehouse here, and having this guy get the oil, because it's too much work to do it in another way. Might have to slacken a bit on my production of furniture anyway, since there's not really the space for this kind of stuff. How much oil can I sell? 19. I can also sell wine though. I probably have one guy get either. Okay, whatever, we cut it. I need this money, and I need it pretty much now. So we'll get olives. How many are we gonna have? One of these is like 9, so I'll have 3 of them going, I suppose. Workshops for oil. Go anywhere that farms do not. A lot of space for farming here. Nice. Okay, workshop, oil. 1, 2. Go figure. Okay, that works out quite nicely if I smack those there. Right, workshop, oil. We have 2, now we have 4, and I need a warehouse to smack them all. This is good for food, but good, I can justify putting one of them here at least. This is all in my desperate bid to get some actual money going. I wish for you to get the oil. And I'll probably build up a second one that gets oil and wine. Wine I can sell 17 units of. It's worth having 2 vineries for. Workshop wine. 1, 2. What? Oh no. Did not pay attention to natives, and now they're on a rampage again. Yikes. That was my warehouse, right? Should have paid attention, shouldn't I? Right, getting oil over here is pretty important. Oil and wine? Why not? Can always slow down one if it gets out of hand. I still need more wineries. That's a 1, and that's a 2. Yeah, 2 will be fine. 3 rather will be fine, I think. Okay. Oof, what's going on here? Ah, right. They also decided to tear down some of my aqueducts. How thoughtful of them. Right, this is proving to be costly. Ah, thank God wine is worth something as well. Okay, they're coming from there. Knock him dead. There we go. Now, given the layout of the rocks here, I should be able to repel these unless it's a ridiculously large attack. Horus Amun-Ra Matneb Aknud Sechmed. Ooh, camels. Pretty foul creatures, camels. Why do I hear fighting already? Why are these torn down again? It's nowhere near your... Well, I mean, it's right next to, but it's nowhere near where you claim to be your own. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Right, well then. Oil. And wine. And the price for labor has just gone up as well, which isn't good. Not everyone's engaging here. I need to line these guys up better. Probably means I need to take down a lot of the foliage that's getting in the way. Still though, pretty good job of chasing away those scum. Return to base. Also, Caesar's very mad. I hope he makes a request of me soon. Thorium1 says, "Hey Jake, been a while since I caught you live." Well, here I am. Very much alive. We better set our oil and... wait, what? Oh, I didn't open up the trade route, did I? Damn, that's going to be expensive. If I do that, Caesar's going to invade me. And I don't have the anything to repel his invasions right now. Well, that's a problem. How's the tax income looking, though?
Bring out your cash.
Yeah, I agree. They don't really make that much dosh. And I'm still short employees, so it's not like I can really torch places. Ah, right. I'm just waiting on lots of pops to come in. Goodbye 30 denarii, but they're angry because, God, the price of Romans just got very expensive. I guess I'll pay them a lot more to make up for this 14% tax that I charge. Alright, we got 1,000 pops, which is good because I want to start tearing down these guys when I have more unemployment than I can deal with comfortably. That's not a lot of denarii. Caesar.
You again!
You could not pay your tribute this year, which reduced your favor. Keep some money in your treasury at year's end so you can make your annual payments to Rome. I know. In before Caesar requests something you cannot buy or produce, says Dr. Afdish. Yes, it would be unfair, but that doesn't mean it wouldn't happen. Still, we have goods coming in that I can hopefully sell soon. Yeah, but I haven't opened up the trade route, so please buy my furniture. Oh no, there were storms on the seas, so this is the only guy I'm going to be able to trade with for a while. This is grim. Truly grim. And I still need to sell that meat. But I'm terrified of setting up the meat again, because we saw what happened last time. Surely these areas are free at least, these three. What if I just said to hell with that part? And then you can extend down here. And we have some honest to goodness labor for you here. Or even it extends all the way down here. We got people here. Means I have to do quite a bit less infrastructure as well for them. This could work. Provided they're willing to go that far for labor, that I'm not convinced they will, but at the very least I can have a couple of wharves working it there and there. I'll try the shipyard out at least. I'm a bit worried about the lack of prefecturing though, so I'll pop another one of you down. How far are you willing to go for labor? Oh ho ho ho, not far at all. Okay, well, that just tells me that I need to add a little chunk of labor around here. Ah, please don't tear down my city just because of that. Hey Jake, you're not playing a beta of your favorite series Anno 1800 today? No, I am not. I have a feeling that'll be on the channel at some point, but not today. Okay, a distant Roman city is threatened. It is defenseless. You're the only city that can help. This is an awesome opportunity to improve my... Ooh, increase the price of wood. Also good. Right, this is a great opportunity to improve my standing in Rome, because my standing is garbage. A small force will attack. Now, normally I would just send off 2 units for a small force, but they're not academy trained. So I have a feeling a small force won't cut it. I'll probably have to send all 3. But am I about to be invaded? Yes, twice. How long do I have? 24 months. Where is it? Where is threatened? Lugdunum. I'm probably going to need to erect 2 more forts. But I don't have money. God, do I not have money. Okay. These guys are probably not very impressed with the situation. Unemployment's pretty high, which isn't so good. Means I could start tearing down some of these tents and charging more for rent. But I could also just create more jobs. Oh, but that denarii is going away. I need somebody to come and buy my goods. Hang on, if Caesar's about to be pretty livid with me anyway. No, I can't risk being invaded from him when I'm about to send my army away. How much money am I losing per month?
You again!
Evidently lots of it. Oh dear God. Wages are through the roof. Alright, the invasion's coming in. I will need to repel that first and foremost. Whilst that's being repelled, I'll build up this force to have something to defend with. Great to see you playing, says Gamer Zach. Needed something to watch in the background as I work this weekend. Working on the weekend, that's not right.
A good day to you. Can I interest you in some top quality goods?
No, but you can buy all my lumber, which now has better price. Another storm! God damn it. Can't do any trading on this bloomin' map. Right, still doing a good job on repelling. I'm still significantly concerned about that so-called small force coming in. And I don't have long before I have to send off my army to deal with it, but I'm about to be invaded as well. Twice. And I don't have the money, and I don't have people coming to trade with me to make more money. Gotta hand it to Mr. Panda. They make financially difficult maps. Tell you what, I would start having money if I just ate the... Oh, Caesar's gonna be so angry if I don't pay my tribute this year. So angry. Right, I'll let the turn of the year go. I will hopefully make my tribute. Hopefully. That money is slipping away through my fingers. Raising taxes wouldn't even help that much. The taxes are not making me the big bucks. I'm going to roll back the taxes and roll back the wages. Let the turn of the year go, then I'm just going to sink my teeth into debt, open up the new trade routes, send out my units, and get trading all this wine and oil to try and make back the everything. Oh, good, you actually have access to this, so I'm going to start wharfing it up. I was going to build one. Was I ever going to build one here? Seems like a great place to build. Oh, well, no, of course not. Natives would hate it. More invasions. Better keep this in mind, they can invade from very close to the border. Doing on that foreign invasion though? Well, money is actually the bigger concern here. Okay, great. You've done your work. You can go away as well. Don't like you either. Why is Ceres so unhappy? I guess all the gods are unhappy because the number of people in my city is swelling. So I'm going to start getting rid of some. Expensive to do so, sadly, but needs must. There we go. I don't even think these guys are going to work. We'll have them there so I know that they are operational, but I will... Oh, I can't even turn them off. Damn. Oh well, it is as it is. That money situation is unbearably grim. With that, the unemployment went down a little bit, but not a lot. I'm going to temporarily, well, keep those taxes jacked. Oh. Have they been thrown out of their own homes?
I've got nowhere to live. I've been thrown out of my home.
Still not happy about this enemy army that's about to invade, and I'm certainly not happy about the Denari situation. And oh dear God, Mercury just got rid of a whole bunch of my supplies. All the gods are unhappy because my population is higher than they believe I should have it. But I can't even afford to erect temples for them. Well, tell you what, I'll just get rid of some people. And Caesar is about to be incredibly mad with me for not doing anything. I will try not paying my people and taxing them to hell and back in the hope that I can make the... Uh-oh.
You again!
Okay, the time is grim. This calls for extreme... well, just extreme. We're going to sell everything that we can. The wine's got to go, the oil's got to go. What else will they buy in Tingis? They buy weapons, but I don't have those for selling. Weapons are not too great. Right. Let's just hope we can make it come together. In that case, there's no point in simply antagonizing my my citizens further. Oh, that was grim. Very grim. Probably not happy with the unemployment levels in general. Pay them a little bit above Rome then. And I've got to make this huge amount of money back on the double. Also, I am really about to be invaded. and that attacking force is going to arrive in 17 months, which is also bad news for me. Everyone's furious at me. All I wanted was the best. Tell you what, I'll give these guys a well so they're not quite so so miserable. Doesn't affect all of them, sadly. These guys are still living in squalor, but that's all they're gonna get for now. Oh.
If you want to know what cities look like when they burn, watch carefully. Down with the governor.
Did we really never get any protester voiceovers? I guess not. Still though,
Dockers are collecting some goods we're buying from a warehouse.
I can finally start selling these incredibly overpriced goods. However, Caesar's really not happy. For the second year in a row you have not paid a tribute to Rome. This is becoming a big problem for your future career. I also can't send him any presents because I'm not given a salary at all. But, the funds are going back to black. Slowly but surely. I'm a bit worried that the gods are still very not happy with me, since we've already thrown our population away. Neptune is the last one I can afford to be unhappy, so let's do this. Farewell, money. At least they're buying the wood, but it takes these guys so long to walk through my city. 15 months, I'm gonna have to send off my units now, but I'm about to get utterly blasted by invasion. I can feel it. Alright, it'll have to do. What's that? 10, 20, 30. I'm not convinced this will be enough. But it's all I can really do. Off you go. It's you, and you alone, that can subside the Emperor's anger. With that in mind, though, let's get our army back up to snuff. How are you still alive? Doesn't Caesar invade you at under 30 favor? I think it's 10 that he threatens invasion, but I'll be honest, I can't exactly remember. I'd like to sell the fish, but how am I even going to do that? I could set up another warehouse right here that just gets the fish. It's a long way for you guys to go, though. There'd have to be one here that accepts the fish, so these guys don't have too far to go. And then one here that gets it. But they'll go that far anyway. Well, I hate how inefficient this is, but I don't have the money, or the people, or the army, or the anything to be picky about it. Be a lot faster if they could take a shortcut this way. Finally, something I can do for Caesar. Send him some furniture. Unfortunately, a lot of my furniture was whisked away, thanks to Mercury's very unhappiness. Still though, we gotta do what we gotta do, and if that means building up furniture for the Emperor, then it's furniture for the Emperor. Alright, we're slowly but surely building our army back up. I do worry about the invasion that's to come. If it's stronger than the last one, or even as strong as the last one, I'm in trouble. But we're digging our way out of debt, at least. Yeah, okay. Forget the meat then. The meat just won't be happening. We'll suss this out later on then.
I can't wait to do some trading here. I love a good deal.
Oh, welcome to the black. Long may we remain there. So with trade finally set up here, we should be able to make a bit of money off of our oil and our wine industry, the furniture as well, of course, which I'm going to have to block from exports for a wee while, so that we can, you know, get some. Otherwise, am I selling these olives? Yes, I am. Okay, this is survivable. Oh, that's not. Yet again, the plebs in Rome have had a raise, so I have to, and it's a huge raise as well, I have to follow up myself. These are giving me okay tax. You know, the money I'm making out of taxes is helping, but it's not offsetting everything else. Also, I get charged interest on the loan money I send to Rome. If you wonder why I'm so tight-fisted in EU when it comes to Rome, it's probably because of my EU. It's probably because of my experience in Rome with these kinds of things. Alright, at least unemployment's nice and low, so people won't get too mad with me. Is this punishing enough for you, Jake? It's pretty punitive, but I do like a good challenge. This map presents a pretty excellent challenge, but I think I'm up to the task. I know I'm hurting for money, but I'm going to erect another fort so that I can have an army to defend myself with. These guys are good. We're in a lot better position than we were when we started. That much is for certain. I hate having to rely on these crappy little tents for labor here. I think there'll be a way to feed them, at least a little bit. These natives are bothersome, but they're not insurmountable. Where? Whilst the rest of the army is being built up, you're on distraction duty. Okay, that's already more than I want to fight, and I know this is just the opening invasion. I swear, my army had better save Lugdunham. Lugdunham's there. They look about equidistant. Hopefully we arrive first. Okay. They're not academy trained either. These guys are not going to inflict many casualties. It seems terrible sandstorms have blocked off the path for merchants. No more money can come. Knock 'em dead, guys. I was unaware that their camels shot artillery, and they've already knocked away a bit of our health. This is dangerous. The closer they draw to the city, the bigger the danger this becomes. I could draw some of our prefects in for a fight. I question the effectiveness of it. Three more of ours won't make a world of difference, but it's going to have to do something. Who did the VA for the soldiers? Dr. Aftish did, and he's in chat right now if you want to praise him. I know you do. I'd like a bit more than 9 of my stallions to deal with this. They're reorganizing, which is probably going to put them out of range of these attacks. Yeah, although that guy ate it. Can't afford to let them get any closer. It's do or die. Stallions, get in there. Okay, the price of marble went down and the price of wine went up. That's good for us. Stallions, Can't fall back much further. Alright, there we go. You have got to be the ones. Just can't get enough of that oorah. Alright, so thankfully our cavalry are able to engage the camels to stop them from firing at us. And the others have been forced into a retreat. Just give them what's for. There we go. Alright, we made it. And we can send the angry emperor his demands. Very good. Let's get back to selling our furniture.
Dockers are collecting some goods we're buying from a warehouse.
Whew. Okay. That's hopefully the worst state my army is ever going to be in this map, and we're able to defend against that invasion. There are 2 more on the way. If I don't defeat those guys in Lugdunum, then the Emperor's gonna come and kick my ass. There's very little my broken army can do against that. Okay. Unemployment's still low, right? Yeah, good. People love me. Well, if they love me, can they pay me more taxes, please? Okay.
Dockers are collecting some goods we're buying from a warehouse.
I look to be doing alright on the these quotas don't always make sense. We don't know how to update the Empire map GUI for new map goods yet. However, they function, and I have a cheat sheet on my other screen that tells me exactly what they will and will not sell to me, so it's okay. I could, however, benefit from having you get these goods, since we don't have this filling up with fish as I would have liked it to be doing. However, the money situation looks positively wonderful. Hopefully, Caesar acknowledges the stuff I'm sending him soon. The sooner, the better. And then I can think where we go from here. The money situation is not great. Jesus, that was a lot of tribute I sent to Rome. 1,600 ducats, oh my god.
Another successful voyage. The profit from this place makes the seasickness bearable. Haha.
Haha. Right. Right. What do I need or want to do here? Actually a bit stumped myself. Tell you what, the wine situation looks like I could be making more of it. Let's put that to the test. I would like the space for more farms though. Ah, well there we go, space for farm there. And this is space for farming as well. If this moved over 1, then I could have space for 2 more things here, but now I'd have to have this pretty emptied. More fruit, please. I know we're gonna need it. Okay, Rome is pretty happy that I sent him all that stuff. Oh, why did my favor go down? The favors meant to go up when you deliver stuff. I worry. greatly about what Caesar is going to do now. Greatly. And employees are needed. Not many, but still some.
I came here to chew gum and fix buildings, and I'm all out of gum.
This city is so dull. Even a priest likes a good gladiator fight from time to time.
Right, well I could make these hovels a bit happier and house more people if I gave them a tiny bit of enjoyment. So I'll establish a nearby theatre and give them... Schooling wouldn't reach everywhere I want it to go, so a single library should take care of pretty much everything. Then I'll get more people in, which should help. How big? My army appears to be very not fleshed out. At least their health isn't top notch, but they're already on the warpath, and there are more camels this time. Caesar is very angry with you. What'd I do? What'd I say? Oh god, you had better be saving Lugdunum about now. I don't think it says exactly when they're going to arrive right now, but it's still bad news for me. Okay. I have little choice. We're gonna have a tumbling fallback from our javelins, and I'll follow them up with the cavalry once they're fleshed out a bit more. I think there's only 10 units. 10 out of 16. Yes. Your relief force defeated the invading barbarians. In gratitude, Caesar sends materials and men to let you build a triumphal arch in your city. Meanwhile, he's also demanding fruit and the price of... Oh no. Pepper. Where the hell is this? Oh, thank God. Ah, well that's quite useful. It wouldn't have been useful if I'd built my stuff here, but right now I'll take it. The obligatory earthquake, indeed. How's our army looking after that? Oh God, ravaged. It's going to take a lot to piece my army back together, but at least they exist in name. Right, one problem at a time. Caesar wants a whole bunch of fruit. Yeah, how much is a whole bunch? 23. I don't have 23. Here is the fruit warehouse, and we will now set them to stockpile. Shouldn't take long at all, really. Be nice if the army just tripped and fell into that. The enemy army, that is. There we go. I got a nice boost to my my ratings. That's a big army. I'm not sure I can afford to wait on my horses. But every moment that I have them there is a moment that we replenish our numbers. Where the hell are they going? Come and face me, you Iberian scum. Wait, they're Egyptians. Where the hell are we? Uh-oh, uh-oh, I do not want to be engaging the cavalry here. The cavalry. The camelry? Nope, can't afford to wait. You're at 12, that'll have to do. Well, took down one of them. Only several dozen to go. They're chasing us back to the city. Alright, make it happen. They're just admiring the earthquake. Good, I think we got them on the back foot. Okay, oil became worth more as well. This is good for us. Yeah, get the hell out of my city, Egyptian scum. We didn't take too many casualties there, so back we go. And we have Casa, which will be able to house more people as well. This is good. Quite a lot more people. Excellent. Bloody hell, that quake is ruining the map, says Howie. I don't know what they mean by that. If I had built here, then yeah, it would, but there wasn't really an incentive to build here when this was available. I guess that he had better give me some favor for sending him all this gash. But I will need vegetables now. I almost have enough to send them these apples as well. There we go. So send them away, no longer stockpiling them, so they can go back into the granary. We'll export what we can. These, however, I am stockpiling, and they'll be taken here. Not taken here. Perhaps I make too many olives right now. I wouldn't mind killing one of my olive farms. Okay, the money is looking good at long last. I can start doing things, which is what I've been waiting on for a long time. We managed to persevere through some pretty horrible debt and the terror that is Caesar's anger, but we came out on top one way or another. Lack of food here is a bit disturbing. I don't make nearly enough fruit. Okay, did I get some favor for that? I did. Great. I'll get favor from the vegetables as well. My army will return home. I'll keep making money, and I will start expanding my map magnificently. I think we got through the worst of it now. And honestly, I don't see a reason to have anything other than small castles around here. Lots of them are 2x2 anyway, so this is good. Bit of a problem is the labor access. I don't like these guys being here, but if I simply I would want to cut back on these anyway, but I'm not sure I would have the numbers to do what I want to do here. No, it's probably not worth it, really. I'll see if labor won't suffer too much by me removing. No, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. This won't be nice to live near, that much is for certain, but let's see what happens when we do this. Just making sure people can get through it well enough. And I can have my fountain here instead of this icky well. And because they're next to fruit farms, this should be a fairly desirable place to live. Employees needed is not good news, though. I'm going to have to start up another area. Prosperity is going to hurt me sooner or later, so I'm going to have to think hard about patricians down the line. But I have access to furniture. I can import clay for pottery. I can make my own oil and wine, so it's not too shabby. Big problem that I have is getting around the native influences on the arable land. So actually this could be more of a long-term problem than a short one. Also the armies attack from here, so this part's under threat too. Now there's this, though. There is this. I could use this for patricians. It's not a lot of food, but it'll do. Tin just sell food, but that's not going to do me much good. Yeah, I didn't even consider what I could do with you. I could make another one of these, would make far more food here. I have the resources with which to do it. Alright, we'll make it happen then. Ah, the power of money. So away this goes, and what I will probably do is lay down loads of farms first. Again, just fruit farms are every bit as good as vegetable farms, but they're not undesirable to live near. How is this even going to come together? With all this, it's very difficult for me to immediately assess what the optimum way to arrange them is, so I'm just going to stab in this dark, build a whole bunch as close to the thing as I can. And then make an arc around it. And I'll figure out how it plays into my figure of 8 approach afterwards. I can do the outer ones later as well. There's no pressing need for me to do it now, and I'll have my my other guys up here as long as they don't touch near that. Could do it here, but I know we get invasion, so let us not do that. How's this gonna go then? I want a granary right about there. Makes sense to me. And it can pop out on both sides here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Huh, how convenient. As long as we don't get too up close and personal with the natives here. Good. But let's be quite mindful of that. Natives be here. Not accidentally antagonize them too much. You here, you only take fruit and... How are you going to be for labor though? Not having homes here could hurt you in new and interesting ways. Might have to scale that back in the future, but for now, let's not worry about it. Let's just get it going on with plebs. They're gonna hate having a reservoir up here, but they're gonna hate a lot of things. Oh! Very exploitable, but if there's a single chunk of water there, better believe I'm going to use it to feed this reservoir. Water reaches everywhere I could conceivably need it. We'll let this fill out and then we'll start chunking it up with everything it could need, but for now we'll give it the engineer post, we'll give it the doctor. As long as it makes one loop up north, we're good here. And for prefectures, I will want one here, and I will want like 3 over here. Because I'm fairly paranoid when it comes to fires on these kinds of maps. And I don't think I have enough down here, truth be told. I've ran plenty of hands-off maps to know that fire can sneak up on you even after 50 years of no fire. Can you farm at that single tile of water? Water does not mean arable land. So no, I cannot. I can farm everywhere around here and here. It's not about being next to water, it's about these very hard to see yellow tufts of land. As long as you are on or adjacent, including diagonally adjacent to a yellow tuft of land, you can build a farm. And all farms are equal, no matter how on arable land they are. God, it feels good to have money. Let's make sure it stays that way. I built a whole load of stuff here, and Caesar no doubt wants my dosh as usual, but...
Oh!
What?
Jake!
What? I can only assume there was a rioter here who got beaten down for his insubordinate ways. I could certainly start feeding these people. Oh yeah, the crime is pretty through the roof. Yeah, that'll be why. All this crime making people antsy. Max, could you tell me a bit about the crime levels here?
Pushing cars.
This place is full of immigrants.
Well, steady on now there. Don't need the Swedish Gestapo on my front door.
This place is full of immigrants. This place is full of immigrants. This place is full of immigrants.
Is that all you have to say?
Oh, it's getting a bit spooky here.
Who would trust Max with their neighborhood security, really? These people are going to be unhappy as well if they don't have access to food and the like, but I can drop taxes at long last. I make enough on exports for once. Oh, and oh. Not a lot of choices here, just fight and win. Don't give them any breathing room. Let them in, get them slaughtered, and carry on. It's kind of fortunate, actually. Very fortunate indeed. And just in time for our soldiers to march home proudly. 4, 5, and not much more left of these guys. Jake, you have one water duct sticking out connected to nothing, and it's killing me. Alright, there we go, fixed. Now, these guys are going to need water and food, but I need that food to pile up a bit. Farming opportunities are not fantastic here, but it'll do, I guess. Pretty good farming opportunities here. This should feed plenty of people. How many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. What is 20 times 160? Because that's the amount of people that we can feed. I think it's 3,200, but don't quote me on that one. The more storms, more lack of trade. Okay, Caesar is demanding anything and everything from me now. He wants my vegetables, we know that already. He wants pottery. I haven't even begun production of pottery. He wants meat. Don't remind me about the meat. However, I want to point out how good these are as requests in the game. Requests are best used to put pressure on you to start up industry. So in this case, I'm being pressured to starting up pottery and getting going with meat production. This is encouraging because, you know, I'm going to need the pottery to evolve houses to get better prosperity, and getting on the meat is a good introductory way to start tapping into that sweet meat money. Now, making money through other means, it's probably not that important for me now, but it's still great encouragement. Rather than, oh, you need a bunch of this hard to produce stuff, but for no other reason than it's tricky to get. Like, you have to import 500 weapons from these other crappy countries. Ugh. But that's another tangent altogether. Touch of plaza, hopefully evolves you. And right, pottery. I would do well, I dare say, to start my pottery business here. How many does he need? Because 25 is quite a lot. Stockpile that resource. Please import clay. You should import the clay. But you can also accept pottery. And we shall have some pottery workshops here. A 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. Hopefully that's enough. He gave us a bunch of time to do it, right? Yeah, 4 years. The meat's another story altogether, and he wants like pretty much a full warehouse of the stuff. Oh, that meat's a real problem, but it's a surmountable problem now that we actually have a touch of dough. Let's keep the native risk in mind at all times. And have a little bit of home there. Get another Revengineer and another prefecture. And the wharfs. Hopefully these don't get torn down thus far. And let's also, whilst we can, get that shipyard going. There we go. That hopefully deals with some of our problems. It's not a guarantee, but we'll try. Our army can get pieced back together. There are no, well, there's one invasion on its way, but it's a while away. These guys, though, they're probably not very happy. Risk, crime. Oh no, it's quite nice here.
Oh, I don't mind pushing a cart.
No crime round here, boss.
See, everyone's nice and happy. Still though, these people are going to need fed. I haven't left them good places for markets. I could probably put a farm here, but I don't want to. Ah, well, I got a space for market here, but that's not particularly good. No, what I can do is murderize you. That's not great though. Nothing about this is great unless I wanted a 3x3 here, but there's no particular 3x3 building I'd want, so instead it's 2 market time. And my favorite voice line time, if we can find them.
I've been thrown out of my home.
This place is as fun as watching Nitro.
I've got nowhere to live.
Yeah, it is about as fun as watching Nitro have nowhere to live. So these markets will fill up with food, and we'll get our people here all watered, which is another expense when it comes to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's good enough. Another expense when it comes to labor and, well, money. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Probably not going to be a very desirable place to live either, so we'll smack down. Smack? I don't have a lisp. We'll smack down a whole bunch of massive statues in an arrogant display of wealth. How bad is pissing off the natives? Can you show us, Jake? They will rip apart my entire city, and there'll be nothing I can do. So it's the worst, and I don't want to do it. Ah, right, I need to stockpile that fish, so let's not have it as something that we sell. Let's have it set to stockpile, and we're all good. Well, we're all relatively good.
A good day to you. Can I interest you in some top quality goods?
Yeah, to be fair, Lucky, you really are helping me out with these kinds of shipments. That's a lot of goods to cart along by donkey or mule, or are those camels? Oh, there's something. So yeah, you're helping me out big time here. Oh, blockages. Eesh. Right, the gods are all indifferent. I'm gonna need to really up my game when it comes to pleasing these unpleasable gods. This area's alright anyway, but I guess we'll give Ceres over here. I don't really have a good area for dumping crap buildings except here. I guess I'm gonna have to. Neptune, Mercury, Mars, Venus. I guess we have area down here. I really hate having homes like this, which are just. It's not even going to make a difference, is it? Away that goes. Army's fleshing back up. These guys are evolving as well they should. And we can give them some very basic entertainment. And some very basic library books. And that'll at least bring them up to casa size, which is what I'm going for. I'm thinking just lots of small casas, and then I will focus very heavily on lots of patricians here. Sadly, it's only going to be medium villas. Increase the price of iron that I haven't even touched on. And Rome wants my oil as well. I have lots of it, so I'll just give it to him. And then that'll hopefully take care of the favour issues for some time. The party says, "You streaming later today? I need to head out. Have a good session." I'm very tempted to play some... Ooh, you have no access to labour. I'll have to change that. Very tempted to play the 4th game of Pajama Sam. No strings attached, we just play it. So that'll probably happen. Don't like the fact that these guys aren't 2x2ing at all. Can I make them one way or another? Andy wants my wine Blumeneck. I mean, fortunately I have lots of the stuff, but this is chewing into my my dosh. I don't make tons of the stuff, and you already take away tons of it in tribute. Oh well, it is what it is. At the very least, though, I'm gonna have to tax these fellows. I'll get rid of 2 of you because I'm pretty sure we're in an alright space when it comes to firefighting. There we go. Small insulae is better for tax, but they would need access to pottery, quite a lot of it, and I don't want to give it to them. My marketplaces should avoid eating up all this pottery because they know it's a...
Ain't no place for the slot anywhere in this city.
Because they should know that the pottery is being stockpiled. Employees needed again? Jeez, I got all this space for employees. Get in here. Okay, 3 employees.
I've heard there are jobs here.
This place is as fun as watching.
This city is so dull. Even a priest likes a good gladiator fight from time to time.
Happy with the money situation, but I'm not so happy with how my employees are getting hammed into constantly. Just wait for earthquake number 2 though. Thankfully, we haven't discovered, well, that level of multi-quake technology. There is a level of multi-quake technology that's been unlocked. Okay, a lot of these places are just waiting for immigrants to fill in. It takes a long time because the entrance is so far away. But with the Denari situation as it is, and Rome being happier by the minute, I think we're on the upswing now. Prosperity is a heap of ass and chips, because these guys keep it very low. But we can live with that. Ah, good. Prices are really going in my favor now. It remained that way. Oh yeah, these guys, no big deal. This place has done exactly what I needed it to do anyway, so you can just go away. There we go.
No crime round here, boss.
As it should be.
I've got nowhere to live.
I agree. Right, and we can make Caesar even happier by throwing him all his veggies. I would really like to expand on what we can do here. I'm thinking, how much do those veggies go for? Good money, but we already sell quite a bit of good money stuff. What about the... Oh, it's worth more than the olives. Okay, right, I no longer accept olives around here. Olives are being turned into oil plentifully. Could be more plentifully, but the last time I tried to build out here, the natives decided to level my my city. The veggies are good though, but perhaps just one will suffice. Focus more on the fruit. I forget if this warehouse was any good for anything other than just being a warehouse. Still though, this looks acceptable, and I could probably expand this one quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a terrible way to count fruit. This is a problem. This is a sizable problem. I need to import that marble. And that's pretty expensive, right? I've seen more expensive. Who sells me marble? Tin just do. Again, that's a lot of marble. Well, I can whine about it, or I can do it. Actually, I could do both. You there. You're a bit far away, but you now accept marble. It's way too far away for people to get marble from. You there, you accept marble. Funny that all the goods are actually available on this map. There we go. Just get it and send it to Caesar. Why would he need that though, right? So I have to take it from here to here and then send it off to Rome. Utter insanity. At least the fish is coming in now. And I need 25 of it for old Caesar. I'm making too much furniture though, that I need to cut back on that. Because it made this thing completely full. The trade here is so difficult. You want your warehouses to be as close to the dock as possible, but they're forced to be this far away. And even then, it's dangerous because of these native huts. So I'm in a rough spot here. But we make do with what we can, for we must. Means that... So meat we're working on, pottery we're working on, marble we're working on. Okay, we can make it come together. Good. How about the unemployment situation? Good, a lot of unemployed people. And let's actually try to count our fruit farms. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's good for almost 2,000 people. How many live here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21 times 68, which is... I can have more. I want to level all these, but I'm probably going to have to level all these. Could put them elsewhere, but this is about the only elsewhere I could put them. The gods are not particularly chuffed with me. I'm not very pious right now. I need like a dumping ground for my religious buildings. I could make one around here. Yeah, actually that's not a bad... Well, it's not a terrible idea. It's not a great one either, but... We get rid of these. We erect a whole lot of houses in their stead. I bring over a reservoir. Push our luck here. I know these natives hate my guts. There we go. Let's make sure this is all traversable as well. These guys get their fountains. Pottery's gone down, but that's no biggie. I wasn't selling it anyway. And what we have here now. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here's a place to just dump temples to the gods. 1, 2. 1, 2. I've had this plan. I really should have it go up this way a lot more. It's alright, I have the money now to carelessly dump these like so. So 1, 2. Let's time proof it. Let's make it 3. 1, 2, 3. It'll also make this a nice neighborhood to live near. 1, 2, 3. Now, if I were one of the gods, I'd just be angry that I was being taken for this much of a joke. And of course these will need engineering and prefecting. People don't like living next to a prefect, however they're next to so many temples that it'll offset any ill effect. Or it should. Wages have gone up again. I don't want to get too complacent with the money situation. Okay, that's as high as it's going to get. But we have managed to break through the worst of it and come out fighting. It's like you're building a stadium-sized mega church. You are a god. Damn right, the civilization is going a lot better than Wales did. I'm a bit worried about my lack of weapons, though. If I need legionnaires for anything, like a massive attack, then I'm in danger. But my only way to get weapons is... well, Carthago would sell them to me. Aren't they a bit cheaper these days? Oh, no. The buyer pays is very low on weapons. I should take brutal advantage of this. Here are our weapons placed now. Please buy everything you can. Whilst they're going cheap, let's buy them up and stockpile them.
Dockers are collecting some goods we're buying from a warehouse.
Now, sadly, it takes very long for our ships to get what they want from the warehouses, but it's the best we can do right now. At least the money's good from it. Which types of units are in the game? I saw horses and javelins. Horses and javelins and heavy infantry are the ones available to use a player. The enemy has a much more diverse set to choose from, but they tend to just come in the same kind of thing, you know, projectile units, foot troop units, and mounted units, but they can have camels, horse archers, elephants, chariots. Nice! And our city actually kind of looks like that over here, at least with the red roofs and such. Not with the grand insulae that we saw there, though. This is kind of good, though. With all these unemployed bums, I can really start thinking about building up my Patrician area here, and because I'll be taxing them, might even make a bit of dosh off of them. How much tax?
Bring out your cash.
Please do bring out your cash. How much do I get off of you guys? What, just 1 denarii off of a 2x2? That is bad. Let me making 119. That's less than a third of the wages, but the wages are sky high around here. I'm not in a good position to pump up the tax rate, sadly. We're going to have to rely on patricians for tax money. I guess thankfully, though... Well, I don't want a lot of this marble. As soon as we can send it off to Caesar, we should be doing that. Import and stockpile, please. Oh, bum. You can't actually import much marble. There's some limits to that in the game. I'll try having another one that gets the marble. However, I'm not convinced that'll be enough on its own. Have forgotten about this. You know, I haven't saved this entire session. How about we actually saved Shipwrecked stream? Not that I'm a save scummer, wouldn't dream of it, but if I were to crash, I would feel awful about it. Ooh. Okay. You couldn't be much closer to a prefecture, but fair enough. Let's make sure I'm not just trouncing on the natives here. Damn, I was... I'm just going to have to count on the other one to bring in the fish. On that note, I've ran out of space for fish, so you accept it, please. How big an army are we talking, though? Go, my mighty Russian Romans.
Can't do that right now, boss. Can't do that right now, boss. Watch out for that fire. You might lose some bakeries. Ah, this fire. It's almost like being in a sauna. Watch out for that fire. You might lose some bakeries.
Thanks for the input there, Max, but no bakeries to lose around here. I'd be very impressed if the enemy army were to get through this, but they're bringing even more camels this time. Couldn't these natives fight for me? Think of all the civilization I'm bringing to them right now. Not sure I can fulfill that marble request, no matter what I do, unfortunately. There's only so much marble you can import. Grab their attention, and get back. They're coming in unison. Get some early attacks on them. We took a little damage from that, but not a lot. There we go. The cavalry form a wall through which their infantry can't get through, and we just pelter them with javelins. They're going for their own attacks, though. They're flanking us, but our forces can respond in kind. Don't let the horse attacks on the camels be in vain. Give them backup. There we go. Victory over the Egyptian scumbags. No, 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 no. Camels gotta die. Our horses took a fair bit of punishment there, but otherwise we came out pretty on top. Back to base. Poor Aftish. Don't think he can handle his own Uras.
I can't wait to do some trading here. I love a good deal.
Really don't think I'm gonna manage that that marble requirement. That weapon requirement could be tricky as well. Like I said, there are only so many you can stockpile when you import. I could, however, import iron and make loads of weapons. Iron is... I have to pay more for iron than for weapons. I'm telling you, the inflation around here is just bonkers. I think I'd rather just have him be angry at me. But I have a lot of favor that I need to get. And there's a lot of iron. It's like 2.5 grand of iron I gotta take in, but fair enough. Get that iron, and we will make some weapons. Looking forward to getting rid of all this fish. It's kind of piling up too much these days. And that should be it, right? There we go. Get it out of my sight. We no longer stockpile the stuff. We can sell it all we want, and it can stop taking up space. Yeah, not a lot I can do about the marble situation. Okay. This is very acceptable. I don't know what you're doing though. You're not even getting that marble, no matter how you try. Good. Very good. I'm worried a bit about demographics at this point. We're already losing more people to retirement than we're... No, for another 5 or so years we'll gain more than we lose to retirement.
Unemployment is worryingly high here.
I can sponge it up. Actually, let's enjoy a bit more unemployment. You can enjoy some plaza around here, I don't even care. We'll give you a large statue as well. Hopefully the food situation remains amicable around there, and... Tell you what isn't looking so good is the wine situation. We're filling up on oil too much here rather than wine. What I would do well from, I believe, is to no longer accept fruit here. I can also shift off this pottery, great. Caesar should be very happy with me soon. If we sell all this crappy fruit from here, eventually, then... Does it sell for more than wood at this point, actually? I might do well to stop selling timber. No, I still make more from timber than I do from fruit. Right, change of plan. Let's take the nuclear approach. Boom, away you go. And... can I have another farm here, I wonder? No... Then you are the one that takes in the wine. I want to segregate the wine from the oil so that we have easier places to go and get them from. Our loyalty will not be forgotten, ever. Okay, great. So you take the oil, you take the wine, and we're good. And how chuffed is Caesar with me? A lot. This is excellent. The favor is there. The peace still needs a good few years on it. The prosperity is the biggest challenge we have, and I need to get these patricians going. I can feed them from here and from here, and just generally have a massive patrician area right here. Might not be easy. How much food are we talking about here? They can get their furniture from there, even though it's a bit of a ride. Oh, he's even happier. Yes, the favor is dealt with. Grand. Enough temples for the time being, at least. I wonder if you guys struggle a bit when it comes to library access. I am greatly surprised at that. If you deal with these guys, then surely you... There we go. I knew it would come through. Right, the money looks good. Let's make this happen. 600 unemployed folk are plenty to do what I need to do here. I don't need to stockpile my pottery anymore, but the production rates of them... These guys are going to drink up a lot of it, but they won't actively use it because I'm not giving them access to a bathhouse. Just means pottery will hurt for a little bit. We have access to wine, we have access to oil. I would like a bit more access to both, but I'm not going to get it, I think. I could build one more. No, I got 4 of each. 4 oilies and 4 winies. Well, there goes the wine. Caesar needs to drink it down. But I'll just throw it at him immediately. We're probably looking okay on the weapons. I know it's growing at least. So much trade through one hell of a choke point. Hey Jake, how are you getting to play Caesar 3 in such high resolution, says Grey Llama. Thanks to Russian injected hacks into the exe file for Caesar 3, this is made possible. Dr. Aftish put that together, he's in the chat right now, and I have a link. I can't share it right now, surely somebody has a link to my Google Drive of Caesar 3 resources, but you too can play with it. Oh dear. Oh dear. It never rains, but it pours on this map. A small force again attacking, so hopefully I'll do well again to send 3, but we first need to dispatch these, and we have another enemy army attack coming in, so we are in a bit of a pickle. Sorry, Aftish, but it's Uro o'clock right now. There's quite a few of them, but I'm confident in our ability to defend here. Ah. Too little, too late. That is obscene though. 65 vines requested. I'd have to set up like a specific vine factory just to meet that. So I will, but it's a bit nasty.
Unemployment is so high, my wife's even stopped throwing hissy fits about getting me a new job.
Nothing wrong with... oh, this is pretty bad. They're taking away our prefect, so the risk of fire is going to grow here. However, the risk of barbarian invasion could not be lower. Away they go. Let a few live to tell the tale, otherwise back we go. And even eat any of that pain. I know we're safe if we send off our units with 12 months left on the clock at least. I'm gonna have to do this or else Caesar's gonna get a bit mad with me. Rune Factory, you say? Don't tempt me. Rune Factory Special will be out before too long. And Rune Factory 5, oh my. Never thought we'd see the day, did we? But it's coming. Right. Arable land is going to be tricky at this point with so many natives around. However, I just need about 1,000 population of patricians, which is about 20 of them. 1,000's not even that bad to do. I could get by with about 7 or 8 farms, 4 of each, let's say, to be safe. So 4 fruit, 4 fruit, 4 veggies. Boom here. Might not even need to use this. Still, we'll get going with it. fruit. 1, 2, 3, 4. The layout here isn't great, but on the plus side for me, it takes quite a while for these things to actually come together. I can just make sure that they come straight down here into the granary, but they would need to pass by somebody for labor access. So I could have the whole block go around like this, but it's not without its troubles, I suppose. Just trying to come up with a design in my head for how this Patrician block's going to be. I'm going to keep this area open as a backup. I may need more Patricians and may need to make a second block for it. On the plus side though, without things getting destroyed, the peace sentiment is going up and up. It's still going to take a good few years. Sadly, we haven't even passed by that far in the game, have we? We started in 470, it's 458 BC, so yeah, we haven't passed by very far at all. Still, that doesn't change the fact that it is Patrician o'clock. Patrician, you say? Oh my. Now, still not entirely sure how this is going to go. I could smack the granary down here, and yeah, we'll give it a go like that then. Granary there, and two or three. If I have them in like 2, they're going to be jammed in there like mad, but we shall have madness. 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I might get a bit mad when it comes to access for water and other such necessities, but too bad for them. At the very least though, we need a bunch of labour here, so I'm just going to thwack it down. No, that is careless. Let's not be so careless. 2, a space, a 2, a space, 2, a space, 2, a space. What is in the space, you may ask? Well, a doctor, of course, and an engineer, and a prefecture. I'll figure out the water situation later, but these guys are going to be needed at the very least. Up here they're going to need some perfecting and such too. Rome thanks me, damn right. I'm going to send an engineer and a prefecture up here, so they have no choice but to protect all of these. Second prefecture and third prefecture, because we can't be too careful. And there's another problem here. This is only one type of food. I'll set up another granary here. This one takes vegetables, because the vegetables are furthest away there. This one takes fruit. I don't think it makes too much of a difference either way, but we're doing it this way anyway. What's 160 times 8? 800, 1200, yeah, okay, we're good for a lot of Patricians here, I dare say. Don't tempt yourself on Patrician, Jake, please. Why do people have it in for Patrician? It's a good game. Oh, we'll work a triumphal arc into this somehow, but not just yet. Da-da-da-da. Two and 2 and 2. I'll segregate them with some necessities for now. We love Mars. Let's show him how much we love him. Also, 21 months until Love Dunham's under threat. I would like to eat this attack first, so I know I'm in the relative clear. All this talk about no Patrician makes me crave for Patrician. Careful now. We're playing with fire here. Speaking of fire, when you play Patrician on Mega Hard mode, Fires are enabled, and they are ghastly. I don't see any reason not to just have a big ass ugly line like this for aqueducts. No reason at all. And that should bring the water to all these. Good. Very good. I don't want these guys to persist as tents at the very least, so hopefully they 2x2 up. They do. Hat trick! Ah, yes! Every last one of them, so I can make do with just two fountains for them. Oh, what amazing luck. That was 4/9 times, or to the power of, yeah. 4 4/9 odds there, and I got them all. That's good. In that case, it's market time for you. This is probably not a good place to have that market, but it's there for now, just to feed them. Patrician 3 for me crashes on load up, so we're unlikely to see it. Ever. Okay. It was weird to give me access to 4 types of food, but limit me to medium villa. But medium villa is a pretty high tier difficulty for. What do I use your words, Jake? Come on. Difficulty level there is pretty high for this game. Just get rid of those garbos. We don't want them. As soon as you get large villa and beyond, it becomes very easy to keep high prosperity. Sorry, words failing me because I'm thinking in my head how to deal with all these patricians. I should have everything I need for them. It's just the goods. Getting them here might be a touch tricky. Pottery I don't have tons of, but it's growing. Can't deny that. It's just difficult to get lots of it in. Kind of wish I'd started up my my business of that stuff earlier. What I could, would, and should do is have my warehouses over here for such things. But I'll probably want 4 of them because they have quite a ways to go for lots of different things, which is undesirable to say the least. Couldn't I have them over here and have this loop around, I wonder? Yeah, that's an option. Right. So you go and get some pottery. And you go and get some furniture. I'll need a lot of marketplaces anyway, so I'm not too fussed about this. You go and get the oil. And the other one goes and gets the wine. Whew. Jake, you know, the more you tell me, the harder it will get for you on the next map. Oh, it's Mr. Panda. Mr. Panda there in chat authored this map, as well as the Wales one you saw before. And I don't know if you were around from the early days, but this map was kicking my teeth in for quite some time until we managed to break through financially. I don't know if this is what you had in mind for how it was going to be dealt with, but industry concentrated around this one point that you can have a dock, and we had to sell lots of early game furniture just to stay in the black, and in fact we couldn't stay in the black for very long. No religious facilities. I guess this guy's not making the full rounds yet, but he will. Unemployment, good. We'll also have entertainment buildings around here that will come down to the likes of a Colosseum. Hello. Damn, I just got rid of all my fruit. Right, but we can deal with that. We vastly overproduce fruit here, so if I have you that just drowns in the stuff, if I can click the right buttons here. It's Dangerous lack of labor access for some of these guys, but I'll eat it. We can look at risks, problems, and then we see, oh, low access to labor. Well, some of them it's low access to labor, some of them they just, they're full of goods, we know where to put it, but this will be somewhere to put it, and that should deal with the Caesar problems. Right. This is going badly. The food situation is the opposite of what I want right now. And I'm not really selling this this stuff, so anything I can dispose of here to make more space? Not really, unless I want to get rid of my vegetable industry. But it might be better than these people starving to death, which is what's likely to happen at this rate. Ah. Yeah, the fact that this is so empty is a bit worrying for me, right? Let's try and... Oh crumbs, I forgot about that army that he wants. Oh. If I don't send him off now, I'm in big trouble. Small force, huh? Let's dispose of these guys as quickly as we can. I'm going to send a larger force, but we need to remove these guys ASAP. I think I'll send 4. One of the problems in this game is it says small force. That does not tell you the exact size of the force. And since my units are not academy trained, it's a big risk when I send certain numbers. Oh Christ! Oh Christ! This was a trap, wasn't it? So that I'd send a lot of my army away and then eat Egyptians for days. Well, enter the blender. My only regret is that I held it. That's a lot of camels. Fortunately, we got a hell of a choke point here, so... Oh, that was enough to send them packing. However, horses, javelins, horses, all of you guys. That's 30, 40, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, I'm gonna send off 4 of them. I'm that mad. Get out there. Oh, are they gonna engage? Hope they don't die doing that. There we go. Hopefully they make it in time. I dragged my feet on that one for too long. Right, time to focus on these guys. Well, only once these warehouses are full of goods, actually. I'd rather hold off for that. The food is flowing too, which is also good. Yeah, it is very good. Caesar's requests are troublesome, to say the least. I don't even have enough weapons for the guy.
Dockers are collecting some goods we're buying from a warehouse.
At least the money's good, right? Let's stop getting the oil there. We get plenty of it. No, oil's worth the big bucks. We'll keep it going. Please, I need to buy your goods.
Successful voyage. The profit from this place makes the seasickness bearable. Haha.
Right, I'm not so keen on the whole selling of these this fish anymore. It's just taking up space. I worry a bit about the food situation here still. Mars sends us a watchful spirit, which is awesome. As long as I fight away the barbarians, I should be good here. We'll sell off, or we'll give away the furniture that he wants. Still waiting on the fruit, the vines, the weapons. You know what? Screw the weapons and marble. We'll give them the other things, which are a lot easier and cheaper for us. I don't want to spend all my money on this iron when weapons are cheaper to import.
Unemployment is so high, my wife's even stopped throwing hissy fits about getting me a new job.
Let's see. Alright, we should have everything we need here. Let's make it happen. So we shall have a Colosseum. We shall have gladiatorial combat. We shall have a lion school. And we shall also have an amphitheater. Where are they going to go? We can just have like entertainment district here. It's no biggie. I'll worry about the theater placement later. That's a more trivial question. We have religion around here, right? That we do. We'll need another dose of religion. I can throw down Neptune here. This is going to be unpopular for anyone living, so I'd rather put useful buildings around here, including this theater, I suppose. We're going to need some education, so a school here and here will solve all of that, as will a single library. They don't have... No, I gave them doctor access, so that's okay. Religion's good. They will want a hospital at some point. So what do we have? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. Well, that should keep them relatively happy. Can I squeeze in a barber anywhere? Yes, I can. Now, another question is desirability. So we're going to give them big old statues. Yeah, the water situation there should be palatable. Just thinking how wedged together these are going to have to be. I will do it like so. They have a very long reach, so I mean all these guys just popped into position. They can be plazaed up as well for the hell of it. And although this furniture has kept me going for so long, we shall send it off to the big cheese. I'm going to hold off on the fruit and the vines, because once Caesar gets mad at me not giving him marble and weapons, we can drug the guy up with vines and fruits. Okay. How long has he been streaming for? Asks Raven FFS. Long enough for what was once a town to call itself truly a city. We've been at it for almost 3 hours. But what a 3 hours.
The number of unemployed people in this city is unbelievable.
Greetings, I'm new to this place. Do you know anywhere to live?
So Caesar is incredibly happy with me, fulfilling all of his demands. Favor is maxed out. Once we get these patricians rolling, we should start chipping away at that prosperity. It's going to be a long fight though. The prosperity is pretty low, and it's going to stay low as long as I have all these disgusting casas. But I can tear those down if the need arises. And if I desperately need more patricians, we have space here for it. So there is a route to victory here. Glad the food is piling up, but people are only eating vegetables, not fruit, because if they're less than a Grand Insulae, they only eat one type of food.
There's a lot of unemployment here.
Why are you so unhappy, Marvin?
There's a lot of unemployment here.
Unemployment is very high here. No one can afford my services.
I'm working hard, but there's so many people out of work.
Sucks to be them. Right. Right. I want to have something that I know is stable and patrician here. I'm a bit worried about the lack of furniture. Just a bit. I think we actually need more furniture workshops. Well, I don't think that. I know that, so we shall build them. Get that going, get the furniture flowing. It's a long ways for this guy to go to get his furniture, though. It's part of the problem. This guy, however, no such. I mean, the oil isn't that far from you. Maybe you could also help out with getting furniture. It's going to ham into my money a bit, but hopefully, as and when I start taxing these patricians proper, 8% taxes. I don't think upping my tax rate will help that much at this point. Whew! We made it just in time for Caesar to unload a whole load of new outrageous demands on us. 65 olives. I think I'm not going to give him those vines. I have very little reason to, when I could make him happy with fruit and olives instead. I don't know how mad he's going to get, though. Might be better to give him the vines. I don't want to, though. I really don't want to. Oh yeah, that fruit is more than I can actually get for him in one warehouse, so I need a second. Unbelievable, Caesar, the requests you make of me. So maybe I really should have a secondary bit established here, primarily, or really only for making that that vine request. But then it would need just a tiny touch of labor and stuff. I mean, what's really the pain here? Three of these working 24/7. Just slapping it straight into a couple of warehouses down here. Looked over by an engineer and a single prefect, and it should be fine. I'll just slap down. Hopefully one of these will merge and then that's all we need. I'm even nice enough to give him a well. Good, one of them did merge, and that should be all we need here.
I've got nowhere to live. I've been thrown out of my home.
Uh-oh. Mistakes were made. These guys are going to try to trade with them. No please, no thank you. Lucky almost came to unload all of his pottery here, which would be unacceptable. Jeez. I guess it's not too surprising that the big cheese wants this many goods out of me, given how much I disappointed him in Wales. Alright, so with this, if I smack down the bathhouse, everybody should start having everything they need, right? Up they go. 50 pottery is not happening. That is too dangerous for my for the well-being of my city. Caesar's just gonna have to chew not having that. Favor goes down 2 per year, but hopefully we have enough time to make everything else come together. They need furniture, but the markets will go and get that furniture. Speaking of which, I would probably benefit from having a couple more marketplaces. I can send him the fruit, but there's very little reason for me to do that right now. He's already happy enough. We'll make him salivate for it a bit. Up they go, and up they go, and up they go. And the markets get the goods, and these guys become larger, and now they want the wine. This guy's probably not happy with how nice the building or the everything is, but a bit of plaza always helps out, I find. Jesus Christ, Caesar! Get a hobby! I think I now have more active demands than I can even see, but there we go. I shall consult with Pepper for the next map to reunite the axis of earthquakes, says Mr. It's good to anticipate where you think your city builder is going to want to build. I mean, it's great for the viewers, but it's horrible for me when the earthquake just rips through everything I've built, especially on a map with no money available. That money thing is a big problem. Medium Villa is as good as we can get because there are no academies on the map. This guy is not very happy due to the lack of... well, he doesn't like having a marketplace nearby. Not a lot I can do about that. I think the bigger issue is the... Do you have enough reach for that, I wonder? That might be okay if I just smack a medium thing here, bring it away, and there we go. Medium villas aplenty. This guy's gonna have some desirability problems being that close to a warehouse. However, we can offset that quite nicely. Now, it's just a case of building a whole lot more of them. Helvete. Whatever that means. Perhaps. Well, they don't need an actor colony. I'm wondering why you're not satisfied with entertainment. For some reason you don't get theatre access, so this guy doesn't walk around the way we want him to. Which means he would probably be well placed elsewhere, like there. Delete you, and we're all relatively good. And there we go. The soldiers are back, the army is operational. It was kind enough not to be invaded whilst we were away. Did our army get slaughtered? Not even. Good. Better than good, it's not half bad. You are not well placed for water right now, are you? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It's only good for water if you're actually going to 2x2 it up. So I don't actually need or want those ones there. Christ. Huh, apparently nobody lives nearby. I do still want that prefecture, but I will change where he is. In fact, I'll have 2 of them. The reason I'm putting these statues in is to prevent these villas from growing into places I don't want them to. If a villa grows into an area you don't want it, your only choice is to devolve it or delete it, both of which are costly one way or another. Once they've filled out and stabilized, then I know I can remove and add parts as the need arises. Caesar's getting a bit impatient for the goods, but favor's still up there, and I have fruit, and we'll soon have vines to give him when he gets a bit uppity. How much do villas affect prosperity, Jake? Small villas, not much. Medium villas, also not much. They really start kicking in at large and grand villas and everything above. But they all have over 100 prosperity value. So if you have enough of them, they'll offset these guys that have 35 each. Prosperity is an average value across all of your housing, but you still need to raise it by making profit, and there are other such things that affect, like paying more than Rome does, which we do, not being in debt, having an active hippodrome, which we don't have access to. I forget all the other ones, but that should be enough of it. As soon as the barber makes his rounds, which I'm sure he might. No, he might not actually, if he only goes up that way. There we go, everybody gets the... oh, fun times. Oh yeah, all these tents that I added are... they have no access to water, of course. I don't have a problem with that, actually. I have a solution, though. I'm gonna kill them. Great solution, I know. Don't copy. I got some kind of alert at the top, but I didn't read it. What did it say? 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, you should be fine there. Should be fine there. We'll see how it comes together. Contaminated water is not a problem. In fact, it's good for us. It drops down the city health when it gets too high, leading to the death of old and young. Might need a bit of explanation as to why that's good, but you won't get it right now. I've had plenty of Caesar 3 streams revolving around demographics. Very happy that I got a wee villa nestled in there right next to a couple of granaries. However, they don't like how undesirable it is. I can again fix that with a nice bit of statuing. What's this meat now? Forget that, I can deal with it later. It'll take a bit, but these guys will get their trade goods. That said, though, I think I would benefit from having another couple of marketplaces. That barber is not making the rounds that I want him to, sadly, but I can stick another one there. More storms, more desire for vines. There we go. The main thing is to get this prosperity up. It only changes upwards at the end of the year. Caesar's a bit cheesed off that I'm not giving him the goods that he requested. So Imperial Favor is dropping. After he susses out that I'm not giving him the marble, I'll have to get on the other stuff. Am I not producing vines fast enough, I wonder? There's the option to bring it up a bit more. This looks good. Very good, as long as it stays stable-ish. Shame about you, but options for changing that are few and far between. You don't like the Colosseum, but because you're on the corner, this plaza is going to affect you massively. There we go. Not massively enough, but there we go. Expertly done by me. Now these contain 42 each, so really I'm going to want 25 or so of them for the food that I produce. Probably not going to get that, but I can try. Actually no, I might even get close. Now, as long as they just stay stable like that, and to that end I'm actually going to produce another marketplace, just to make sure that there's not that drop of availability of goods. It's a bit of a shame in Caesar 3 that houses don't really take on that much of a good. So it can be a bit tricky to keep houses stable. Still though, there we go. Hopefully people don't find it too undesirable to be near, so I'll put some extra gardens just in case, especially this guy, he does not want to evolve right now. I have some tricks for that. Well, I have a trick, it's called large statue. Soon we'll be at 5,000 pop, and then the music's going to change if you've been getting tired of this one. Have you saved recently? Crashes are always unpredictable. I don't think we've ever had this game crash on stream, but if it did crash right now, I would be so I'd be so bummed I wouldn't be able to keep going. I have a feeling that the lack of entertainment's really impacting on these guys in a negative way. I'm going to produce the actor colony anyway. I worry a bit about the flow of entertainment buildings for them. Yeah, that's how my city looks. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. How's that prosperity doing? Ups a bloomin' daisy. It'll be a few years till we get something good. And yes, I've seen your request, Caesar. You're still excited about my performance? What? What? You accept the vines. You accept the vines. And you accept the vines. What the heck are they doing? They appear to be moving it between themselves for reasons beyond my understanding. What the heck is going on here? I was wondering where my vines were all going. Oh, you seem to be causing troubles however you cut it, so let's get rid of you. Yeah, what the heck? You're picking it up and putting it there. But why? What? Why would they do such a thing? I am bamboozled here at what's going on. That's not to say I don't have a solution, though. Not to say I don't have a solution. Yeah, now he wants furniture. Right. Running out of time for a lot of this stuff, but hopefully that'll solve some of our weird problems with that. Okay, favor's going way down now. I'd love to give him these vines. They'll still give him a nice positive effect once. I still think something weird is going on with these. Alright, Imperial favor is tanking. Take my fruits at least. They're still doing weird stuff. Still doing pretty weird stuff. Why? I don't understand and I'm a little scared, so let's get rid of you. Okay, this is how it's going down. I'm going to separate these two. You'll both get access to labor, don't worry about that. There you go. Now you're both going to need your own prefecture and engineer post. But I don't know what was going on there, not one bit. These look good, these look damn good. Let's get a little bit more. Same as we did before. And a couple houses in each. The reason I do 2 instead of 1 is because when they merge, they merge their population and their goods. So it adds a bit of stability, and it bumps up the population without me having to wait for these guys to breed. They take a while. I could give Caesar his furniture, but I could also not. So I won't. I'll give him his vines soon, because yeah, he's excited for me, but he could be more excited. Excellent. And also, we can have another one right here. I don't need to do anything fancy, I can just build a 4x4 and we're good. Should be plenty desirable enough with all this stuff going on too. Well, maybe. What's your problem? Nothing that can't be solved with big expensive statues. And I got a whole area here that I can add more patricians if I wanted to. And I kind of do. A bit worried about how much this is costing me for all these resources, but it's probably for the better to do it anyway. I need this as a little way out, kind of. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Could have a whole bunch more patricians right here. And I may have to squeeze them all out and then delete a lot of 1x1 casas. Unemployment is not through the roof though. So we should wait and see how high prosperity will go with what we have right now. Because peace is looking good, population is good. If we play our cards right, this is the home stretch. If we don't, there may well be some tweaks we have to do. I just don't know what my prosperity cap is at the moment. Still, I'm feeling good. Let's save and speed up a bit. I want to watch this and make sure that it's... Oh, cripey. He's not happy, is he? He'll get them yet. What coot. He won't be happy not getting his weapons either, that's for sure. Or his olives, or his other weapons. Come to think of it, I might be treading on dangerous waters with the old git. Is unemployment still good in your eyes? I mean, it is good for flexibility. It's bad for taxing people heavily. But we make a lot of money on exports rather than taxes, so that's not a big deal here. Thank goodness for that. He's getting tired waiting on his olives too. Right, soon he'll be able to get his vines. He's not going to be happy at these. No pottery for him either. I should probably get on those olives. I don't want to, I just don't want to. How many olives does he need? Another metric cackload of them. Is there even a little outposty place that I could do that for him? Also, tents really murder. Yeah, they really murder. Let's just get rid of a couple of them. They murder prosperity. They're only worth 5 each. These are worth 35 each, so that's a big difference right there. Yeah, where else could I even... I suppose I could do something here, but I don't want to build another wee tenty bit to put them together for him. I could just reappropriate this if time is needed. We'll soon have enough vines for him, then we'll get the other vines and we'll be alright-ish. Maybe. Maybe. I'm a little worried about the weapons situation actually. Let's import those for him. Or import the iron to make the weapons for him. Alright, has another year passed? Prosperity's still rising. We'll see at the turn of the year what difference it makes. And he's really cheesed off at me not giving him his weapons, and wow, that went down quite a bit. Ah, those vines are needed faster than I thought. What's the native risk here? Can't believe how much this guy loves his wine. Oh, crumbs. I actually need another warehouse of this stuff. Get it in there. Get it in there, please. Get in, please. There we go. That should be enough for him. There we go. Whew. And with that in mind, we'll get rid of you. Late though it was. It doesn't give me a lot of time to fill in this, but 16 months, 40... I got a bunch of them. Should be okay. The other things are really going to ham into his happiness. Including the lack of fish. Oh man, I gotta link up the fish again. Link up the fish. This place can also accept fish. We'll get it to him. Also give you a well in the hopes that you evolve a bit so you don't cost me too much in the way of prosperity. Still 50. Now it's January and it's 57, so it's still going up. Great. Peace is following suit, and we have no invasions coming. Excellent. You made him spill a lot of wine. That's the reason, Joe. He did spill a lot of wine. This is true. If my unemployment were lower, then my prosperity would be growing faster, which is another thing to consider. I saw a bit of devolution there. That's another kind of devolution. What? Prefect is right there. Oh yeah, it doesn't go that far, does it? He's getting pretty impatient for those goods. He's gonna get really unhappy for a few of these, actually. Oh, crumbs. Do not want that. Do not want that clay at all. Empty that warehouse, please. It's tumbling down, down, down. I need those vines. I certainly don't want to give him the other stuff. Can't give him the pottery. I should probably step on the olives, but I don't want to. What if he asks for more fruit? Right, what I can do is get rid of, like, a lot of these. Give him his stupid olives. Still working on the weapons, or I don't think I can get all the weapons though. It probably looks at me as having too many weapons, so it's not going to give me more iron. What if I say I'm stockpiling the stuff? Will you sell it to me then?
Doctors are collecting some goods. We're buying.
I don't think this game handles large amounts of requests very well, but what do I know? Right, well, at least we can keep him happy with those for a little bit, and yeah, I guess we can give him the furniture because he's a bit unhappy right now, even though that costs me quite a bit with the furniture that I have. And also, let's not export furniture if we don't have at least 24 units spare. Anything else that we're dangerously exporting? Oh heavens, yes. They've kept us in the black for a long time, but let's Let's call Canny a touch here. I just need to not trade them, then we're all good. There we go. Now, that's him done for vines, right? So, change of plan for you guys. Let's get him those olives so he doesn't go off on one. Which means, yes, these guys are all going to change out, but that's okay. Well, maybe it's a good thing. I feel like I'm having to enter the mass production stage of Factorio, but I don't have any of the quality of life tools in which to do so. There we go. Alright, now we can pass another year and punch that prosperity a bit higher. As soon as we get all the prosperity that we need, then we are where we need to be. Ah, he's overjoyed. Excellent. And we have a little bit of leeway with some of this. Wait, you're not adjacent? Crumbs. That fish is going to take a while, I think. Yeah, it'll be late, but I think you'll get it. Okay, we're about to enter a new year. We're going to go from 57 prosperity to 58. Oh, that was bad. That was like a waste. And we still need 22 more. That's a lot. Still, there are ways for us to get there. I have an idea. Never done it like this before, but let's try it. There we go, that should allow them to be built up, but also be contained. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Get in there and raise my prosperity. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. These guys keep devolving a little bit because they're only barely getting access to all the shows that they want from what I can only assume is the Colosseum. So what I would benefit greatly from, in my eyes, is a gladiator school here. If we look at it, entertainment from Colosseum is super low for almost everyone, because they go around here and then they only go up around this way, and they only barely make it down this way. I could build a second Colosseum here, that's another option. Might not be the best one, but it is an option. Ah, what the hell, everyone likes a good Colosseum, right? We can relocate the little hospital over here, and stick the Colosseum here. A brilliant idea, frankly. Now this alone isn't going to solve my problem. I need to go around and... ooh, someone's not happy still. I'm getting you your meat. I don't think I can satisfy you on the weapons, and I'm working on the olives. And I will not give you the pottery. Gods are not too happy. I need to give Ceres, Mercury, and Venus one. Ceres, Mercury, and Venus. One by ones have to go. This is going to ham into my unemployment. I have a fair chunk of it, but not enough. It's going to hurt, actually. It's going to hurt quite a bit. What I'd rather have is just more of these. Let's see if I can't have you here. There we go. These guys might be disgusted at the lack of desirability here, so I'll do what I can for them. There, that'll help a little bit at least. Get rid of these so the medium insulate can grow. And Caesar's getting madder and madder with me by the day, but that's okay. Unfortunately, relocating the hospital over here stopped it stopped the doctor from making his rounds over here. I always felt like the hospital range was not quite as good as the other kinds. What? 990. I guess this is like a soft time limit. If I don't give him this, then it's game over. Right. Let's give him his olives. Yeah, might as well. Alright, we are faced with the time limit now. I need to get that prosperity up, or else it's endgame. And the endgame is Caesar killing me. These guys are still okay-ish. I just wish I had... it'll have to do. Twinks Fox Asher says, I didn't really enjoy Caesar 3 streams at first, but boy has their peacefulness grown on me. I watch them all now. How troubling. Right, I can safely reduce the population. That's not a problem. The problem is going to be the employment. There are a few smaller things I can do. I could give these guys access to water, so then they will each give 10 prosperity instead of pretty much none. Well, 5. But the main thing is all these 1x1s, they've got to go, but doing so will crush my my employment. Another option is to give these guys access to this pottery. That is the best thing I can do for these guys, actually. So, Rome acknowledges, Rome is overjoyed, but he's about to be less than overjoyed, so that'll be a problem. It's a problem I can face down, though. It's okay. So, not yet, not yet. I think Bath's the first thing I can smack down here. That'll evolve these guys. And then I will get rid of the 1x1s. These guys don't have access to pottery, but I don't really want to give it to them. But I might be left with little choice. Oh, they're going to need more entertainment as well. I wonder if this alone will be enough. What the heck does this thing even do? Oh, I didn't set it to do anything in particular. Alright, forget that, and all of these olive crappy places I gave them. These guys are hungry for fruit, and fruit they must have. Actor colonies are nice to live by anyway. We'll test this out. So basically 1x1's gotta go. And I can offset some of the damage by having larger places for people to live in. Like this can house 68. This can, also house 68. Why is it called a large casa then? More to the point, how did I not know that already? I've played this game religiously for a long time. Ooh, population went down. Perhaps I can't tank this as well as I thought I could. Yeah, there we go, employees needed, right. That's bad news for me. However, now they're growing, I can get 8 more per pop, but the lack of employees could hurt me before I know it. Bath lady, could you please make your rounds? Where's she even going? Well, not down here. No, there we go. So how are we looking on the old Prospero meter now? Better, but we need it to be even better. This has helped, no doubt about that. We need even more. And again, it's these accursed 1x1s that are hurting us. But lack of unemployment is getting dangerous. The lack of food here I often find is dangerous as well. What can I cut back on a bit? Oh well, let's just plow forward and see how much more prosperity we need. Don't worry, Jake, that's just the map telling you the final invasion will be Caesar's. I'll give him the meat after he's angry with me with the pottery. I got more 1x1s here. Purge. No unemployment problems. Well, yeah. Not so sure about that one, game. We're gonna have unemployment problems. I'd need 2 extremely good prosperity years. I'm not gonna get them. I'm gonna need at least 3 years to defeat this map. At least there's no devolution happening here. If there was, this would be all for Cano. Where's the oil? They have backups of oil, but I'm a little worried about the lack of it. Right, he's angry because he didn't get his pottery. I can make him happier by giving him his meat, and then he's about to be very unhappy at the lack of weapons. And really, don't ask for large amounts of things that you have to import, because there's a good chance you just can't do it. Like with these weapons. I'd like to purge these guys, but a lot of people retire and not a lot of people replace them. I'm going to face employment problems next month. Right, best thing I can see myself doing is bringing pottery over here. I should make enough of it, or at least have enough banked right now for this. And it's close enough for them to get easy access to plenty of it. So he's not super happy with me, but he's not super unhappy either, so I'll take it. These guys are getting their pottery. In fact, all these 1x1s taking pottery is just getting on my nerves, so away they go. They contribute nothing to society. And then they too will need their amphitheater and actor colony, and hopefully that'll keep them sweet. And of course their bathhouse. Okay, I'm on one hell of a time limit now, because that pottery won't last forever. It won't last for even long at this rate. Worst thing would be these guys running out of pottery, but they have a fair amount of it. You still defy me? Yes, Caesar. Yes, I do. Back up in the good populationville. We're so close. We're so incredibly close. One good year of prosperity and we've got this. If these guys would just get access to your amphitheater, please. I'll take a very violent approach of slamming down a gladiator school here. Oh, the gladiators even take that path. Please, I'm in a drastic hurry. Alright, come on, prosperity. Everything looks amazing. I could delete more 1x1s, and I probably should. So that's the best way to look at this. Commerce, food stocks, that shows me the 1x1s pretty well. Good. Good. And I won't push it further, otherwise population will be dead. Come on. Yes! We are done here. We are all done. We have the culture we need, the prosperity we need, the peace we need, and whilst Caesar is demanding 999 weapons, it's time for me to do the final flip off to the Senate. I built this city. I deserve to pay myself a little bit of ducats. So we take a bit of the city's dosh, throw it into our own coffer, and then we say, we're done here, Caesar, so long, and thanks for all the fish. Whew! Okay, that was a really, really difficult map, especially the early parts, but we managed to pull through, and I feel so happy about that. Cheers, Kartosh Archon, who, I'm never going to get that right, am I? Prof Strangelove says easy. No, it was not easy. Let's talk about all the ways that this map was not easy, preferably with some background music going. Oh Christ, where to even begin? Maybe at the start? We should have one that's just shipwrecked, right? So there was no in-game timer, but there was a soft time. No, it was a pretty hard timer. A hard timer with all those weapons that I could never give to Caesar. The reason I was able to pull through with favor at the end there was I can set my salary to Caesar's. That will make everyone in the Senate hate me, but only at the turn of the year. I never use that exploit because what you can do is you can make it 100 for the whole year, 0 in December, and then you don't face the wrath. So I always go all in. But I wouldn't even hit December, so I didn't care. Yeah, the money was so unbearably tight at the start of this. It's kind of ridiculous to offer you 3,000 denarii, but cost 3,000 denarii to open up trade. It was crazy. The trade routes available were pretty interesting, and it was a kind of nice linchpin to have only a certain amount of trading to be done here. But if it wasn't for early game trading in furniture, I would have never pulled through. I had to go so deep into debt at the start of the game just to build my city and my defenses, because invasions came on first year. Really nice twist with the natives, having to build around them instead of being able to pacify them with a native missionary post. And not being able to trade with them hampered the money situation even more. Like the fact that wine and oil only grew in usefulness from not really being that good at the start, but still being forced to have to trade through this one area here. And the city we made out of this I'm quite happy with, truth be told. There are some blemishes to it, but gotta remember what we were working with here. Nice Patrician area, even, yeah, has some improvements to be made, right? These guys should not be still small villas. It could have been widened up a bit, but there's even space to do more with it. I'm happy with how it is, and the food is nicely balanced out for it. Getting everyone up to small insulae was not part of the plan. I thought I could do with Casa, but it was a stroke of luck that we had enough pottery to make this happen. This is not sustainable. The lack of pottery would kill me, and I wouldn't be able to sustain the pottery. This is a good thing for the map maker to keep in mind here, is that although it doesn't show here, does it? There's a link to the trade that's available on this map. Maybe somebody can post it up in the chat. But Carthago Nova would sell us 70 clay and 100 marble. That's all well and good, but because the traders from land have to enter from one extreme corner of the map, leave on another extreme corner, and have to go through these hills for it, you can only trade with them 3 times a year, sometimes only 2, if you're lucky 4. And that means in reality you're only going to get between 2 and 4 batches of 8 goods. So you can't trade with them a lot. You're really tight on the pottery on this map. Ships aren't so bad if you can build a dock next to the entry point, which you can here. However, the ships have to wait a long time because the cart pushers have a ways to go to get to the warehouse. Normally you'd want it as close to here as possible. Interesting challenges. You have to base the trade quotas on that. but I would say it was well balanced since we were able to break on through to the other side. So yeah, really like the natives. I like the layout of the map, even though I'm not a big fan of desert maps. It didn't even feel like a desert map here. Yeah, maybe I'm just getting better at them. Anything else to cover here? Some of these are a bit ridiculous, these requests. Okay, this one, fair enough, it's the end game, but you can't request like 60 of something that you have to import. Game just don't work like that. There's an exploit around that where you have like a warehouse here and a warehouse here, and they're getting warehouses. If goods are in a cart, then the game doesn't think they exist. So they'll go, oh, there's no, let's say, oil, right? We'll deliver loads of oil, and then you have it there, but... yeah, don't have requests for 60 of something you import. Otherwise though, good, very happy, nicely balanced map, and it was incredibly sadistic. I appreciate that, and I liked it a lot, so thank you very much, Mr. Panda, for this this map that I've called Shipwrecked, because I don't think you gave it a name. It was just called like DDR Test Final V2, but... it seems good that we're shipwrecked. We have hopefully redeemed ourselves in the eyes of Caesar. I don't know where we're going to go from this weird Iberian land, but wherever it is, we're surely going to build a city worthy of the splendor of Rome. So cheers for joining, and until I'm back with a later stream, and there's high chances of that this evening for more Pajama Sam, cheerio.
Where are all the workers? There's no one to help fetch the towels.
Services are suffering, yeah? The city needs more work.